Day, the day after, the home of popular culture as defined by the actual culture. Can we introduce ourselves, please?
Your whole 6 foot plus of pure temptation, big march on the east side of the bridge.
It's the Shade Queen here with you, my own royalty.
Your beautiful people is Big Koi defending your right to fuck it up. Friday, guys, first week.
First week. Yeah, big up us.
No, big us up.
Because
English.
Big up us, big us up.
Big all of us up forever. Amen.
I don't ever been bigged, so it's fine.
You say you've never been bigged?
I don't know if what you're saying means what you're saying. So I'm gonna just pass.
Okay.
No comment.
No, I don't know.
I don't know how that could be bad though. Man said,
it's Mugs.
No, I just want to show if that's what she said.
Okay.
I just asked her what she said.
She has no trust for him.
I'm not even my
She
thought.
said my spirit said no.
Decline that one.
First week
done. I'm proud of us.
You enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to these mornings, but yeah, I like seeing you guys daily.
You're not a morning person?
I am a morning person, but this is requiring a bit more than I'm used to.
It's a morning.
Like, I think gym in the morning, I could probably have got used to it a bit more. But it's good.
That's the harder one, you know.
No, do you know why? Because I don't have to be for others yet. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But that's like, you gotta. I'm bringing 12 p.m. Koi to the morning. It's
okay, I get you. Yeah.
But I'm loving it.
Do you know? I do have a question for you guys. Actually, I was thinking about it this morning. What is something you consider bad vibes to do in the morning? So it could be
moaning.
Moaning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, the other day, my sister came into my room and she was like, just like moaning about something.
Why do you have problems so early in the day?
Bro, do you know what it is? She woke up, because she handles a particular bill.
Yeah.
So she was like, did you leave the TV on? I was like, you can't be talking to me about
at 6 in the morning.
Do you know what I handle? And you want to come about this one light bill? She was like, no, the rates have gone up, man. It's going to cost me £5 every time you sleep with the TV on. I said, what is this? I said, I'll pay you £5. But it's good that she's aware though.
Is it really that much? No, it's not that much, is it?
I'm not going to double check. But she was like, it's £5. She was like, it's £5. I was thinking it was going to be 60 pence or something.
Nah. It actually is a lot. Like the inflation is mad.
Yeah.
What's bad vibes to do in the morning?
I'm not brushing your teeth in the sink. Walking around the house, brushing your teeth.
Oh, I don't like that.
What's wrong with that?
Why? Just stay in one place.
What if you got somewhere to go? Like,
wait, but you can't. You're not gonna drive with the toothbrush in your mouth.
No, I mean like around the house.
Wait, complete one task, then move on to the next.
Well, like a few minutes, isn't it?
You can
spare that time, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if you can multitask and get stuff done?
Now man. It's just messy
this
and
is
just
literally spit. It's literally spit. That's like
all over the place.
Right. And when it touches your shirt,
so you're gonna wait to come back to the sink to spit. Then now you got like a mouthful, looking like a.
You can spit in the kitchen sink.
Oh, Mugs.
Is that bad?
It's just not the
place.
You've got like chicken guts and stuff in the chicken sink. Are you worried about the toothpaste?
No, but you were at a sink.
And you left that station
for this particular job, and now you want to go to another sink that wasn't made for this particular job whilst disturbing. Do you live by yourself?
Yeah.
Then I guess you can be as
you can do anything
animalistic. Man.
Animalistic.
Because all the animals got toothbrushes, isn't it?
That's fine. I think for me, mine is people talking to. Actually, didn't say yours.
Yeah.
I don't think what's bad vibes in the morning? I can't think, man.
I feel like because you brush everything off.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. Yeah. We're saying how we're saying how your skin glows, and I was like, honestly, your skin is like silk. And I was like, I bet you use your body towel for your face.
Like literally,
like you
your foot towel. Your foot towel.
It's all one thing.
See what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you?
I said it's lack of stress.
The part of the towel, the same towel that dries my foot, dry my face.
Didn't I tell you that? I said, look, and we're out here doing skin routine.
Do you know what it's like?
You've got different creams and different like shower gels.
Like
and
I have like a whole routine. But did you have acne ever?
I don't know if it was like super bad, but yeah, I think at some point I did. Yeah.
We just have.
You don't have one pore in sight.
Yeah, like nothing.
Gosh,
I got a facial the other day though. So
he literally looks golden.
You're glowing.
He literally looks golden. If we get branding, if we get like a brand deal and he gets the skincare deal, do you know how this is
fuming?
Us?
I'm sorry.
Don't tell us.
I will pay. No, definitely.
Don't tell us.
Don't tell us. I don't want to know.
Just
I'm happy for you. I'm not a hater, but I don't want to know.
This is racking. This is pissing me off. I want to know what would annoy me in the morning.
If a girl stays over.
Huh?
If a girl stays over.
That's in the morning.
She wants to
Let
chill.
her know.
Nah,
To go
because
beforehand?
I like the mornings.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
okay.
like the cuddling and talking about your
He
feelings.
don't. Nah, he
said
don't.
He likes a second
Cuddling,
pound.
I didn't say that.
That was a wrong word.
Man
Cuddling.
said, did you miss
That's what we're calling it now.
Oh yeah, that's what the kids are calling it. Okay, yeah, cuddles. I love
Do you hear
the
what the kids
cuddling.
are calling it now?
Cheating? Is
Yeah,
it-
cheating.
Yeah, that's mad. I think I've had Schmeeting as well. I think.
Schmeeting?
I'm sure I've heard that.
Because that's probably
Sexual
just
meeting.
that's just
Sweet.
probably like a play on like beat, and then you just change words. Like,
Cheating?
just play with letters.
If I was if I don't know, I guess beating. When I said beating to somebody that wasn't from the culture, they were like, he's doing what to you?
Exactly. It sounds. We need to go back to the days of coitus. That's what we need to go back to.
He's got to go
Go back to
to
the-
matrimonial love.
Honestly,
well,
but,
it's mad that all the words that we use like for like sex and stuff are
quite
all
aggressive.
like aggressive
aggressive.
words.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's very wild.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Take
We have to
that in.
dissect one day.
Pause and take that in. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to dissect that one day. Not
Well,
on today's show.
why it is?
Yeah, because like, what is in our spirits that's making us do that? That's wild.
It's because
Do we want to go into it? Because we have a whole headline to go into.
no, but it's
It's Friday.
I'm saying though, it's still the psychology of it, innit? If you're gonna go and do something in your spare time, you want to get mashed up in it.
No.
Not me.
I think it's because
What?
of the way...
No, are you pretending
Nah,
for the public? You don't want to get mashed up.
I don't care. No, no,
No.
absolutely don't.
And if
I'm a
if-
gent-
What's
if-
wait
if
there? What are we
Brent-
doing here?
I'm here for
Brent.
If Brent
I'm
goes
here
to
for
cameras,
gentleness.
look at us.
We want to cuddle and talk in the morning, and you
Exactly.
think we want to?
We want to
Nah,
talk
mate.
about our... Yeah, we want to chill.
We want to chill. We like good, relaxed, soft life in every area of life.
Oh.
It's a soft life. Is there a time and place for it then? Is there a time when
High five.
when it requires? Huh?
Well, when you
Yeah,
have
but
to
like
get
not.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like once in a while. Not like this is not the norm here. Like, come on. I'm a gentle babe. Be kind.
I mean, as I think we should just be synchronized in our thinking. That's what it is
Okay.
for me. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe a little bit more than once, but let it not be a shock to me.
Yeah, like
Don't surprise.
let's know. Like, let's be on the same.
Yeah, I
on the
mean,
same
just
wavelength.
yeah. And the thing is, I will give you feelers for what I'm on, and you'll give
Yeah,
me
yeah,
feelers for what
yeah.
you're on, and then we
Yeah.
can come to a mutual decision.
Yeah.
Sign a contract and then move forward. All right,
Consent.
then.
Okay.
Love it.
But guys, let's jump into the headlines. Fuck it up. Might as well, man. I'm doing it for
Might as
today.
well.
Guys, so this is really sad news. A young boy, I believe, by the age of 5, called Logan Mwangi. I hope I said the name correctly. His mother, stepfather, and a teen have been found guilty of murdering him.
Wow.
The teen was 14 years old, and they dumped his body in a river.
Stop it.
I feel like maybe I should have done a trigger warning. Apologies, everyone. When I read this, it immediately reminded me why I stopped watching the news.
That's wild.
Yeah. Obviously, we have stories like this pop up pretty much every year. Baby P a couple years ago.
Mm.
He was found with 56 catastrophic injuries.
Mad.
Experts say that they're consistent with those that you would get in a road traffic incident. They said it could have been caused by brutal and sustained assault, not long. Sorry, it's hard for me to take this in, actually. Sorry. They said it could have been caused by brutal and sustained assault not long before he died. At one point, I think the teen actually pushed him down the stairs, breaking his arms, and his mum, obviously we know what kind of person she is, lied and covered it up, describing herself as an overprotective mother. Yeah, she denied it, but they were all caught on CCTV moving his body near the river.
That's
to the river,
scary.
basically.
I wonder if the 14-year-old is like the stepdad's child or something. Because how do you, as a grown adult, get a child involved in like a murder? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, what
I
kind
think
of
you set a culture.
team is that?
If you set a culture, there was actually this was a Nigerian tweet. A woman released footage of her 2 brothers beating her and her mum and her sister. She said, we need help. Like, my 2 brothers are fucking all of us up. And then, you know, a lot of, I don't know why, but they always at Don Jazzy and basically famous people.
Because he's very
and that shows
in
the lack
tune
of
with
maybe social
It shows
care
the lack of
in Nigeria and in Africa.
the government don't do anything.
Yeah, because at least here, I guess we have some sort of, whether it's effective or not, we have some sort of go-to.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, I don't
There's
know.
no justice. Like, the country is just running on bad vibes.
And so, yeah, she came out. And when I saw that, do you know what was fucked? I was like, what can we do? Like,
Yeah.
if these are the 2 men that live with you, like, what can we do?
And the way the culture is as well over there in terms of like, it literally ridiculously favors men. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a sad
Patriarchy
situation.
with a capital P.
Boy,
But I don't know, like,
this situation is mad.
I don't
you know?
have, Mark.
Huh? Pardon? Do what?
You
Oh
know.
yeah, sure.
Okay, as
I
a
would do.
parent, so you're the only parent in the room.
What's killing me is that you said on the mic.
No, I moved. I don't think
It was loud as day.
Oh shit!
So I'm glad he said yes.
I really did this, knowing that I would piss off Brent, but I really wanted to be sure you're okay with it first. But as a parent, like how do you see it? Because obviously we don't have children that I know of.
I mean, I ain't said nothing about this. I'm not even sure how much I was going to chime in because I just don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, so, and I don't even think it's got anything to do with being a parent. Just
mad.
Just a human being. I don't really like people that mess with children. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I think like kids just should be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like anybody's kids. It don't even have to be people I know, like strangers' kids. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So with stuff like that, I just can't even get my head around it, and it's just horrible, man. Like,
it's so because I wonder if you ever went to like school with like visible bruises and stuff like that. Because I'm not saying that, you know, anyone else apart from the people who actually committed the crime are to blame. But I just always think like, as a child, like, you know, like with children, they don't always talk. Some kids are very, very vocal, some kids aren't. But I wonder like if anyone around was able to read into anything, or maybe their reports got ignored or
I kind of
something.
disagree. Well, the mum was a liar. She covered up the abuse and she lied. For me, I do think it takes a village. Like, I do think that this child is not solely with their parent. Like, they do go to school. They do go to friends' house. Like, you even see a change in the kid's behavior. Unless the kid has been abused from, like, there was never a release from this abuse. So it's just normalized to them. Like, and kids are quite protective of their parents as well. They pick up on stuff. They're not stupid. Like, they're sponges. And I kind of just feel like it would have saved his life if somebody else noticed. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying they could have necessarily prevented this particular situation, and I'm not trying to put guilt on somebody who that's not their only focus. But social services were apparently aware, but the mother kind of continued to cover it up and lie.
Do you not think it would be a good idea? Because I think that with teachers and stuff, like, it can be a bit difficult for them to notice these things because of like the amount of students they have in their class and stuff. I think what would be a good idea would be like, imagine like in every class or something, every classroom there's like a social worker there, like someone who doesn't teach the kids or whatever, but just kind of like a guidance counselor kind of thing.
Did you not have that in your school? I had that in my school.
No, we did, but that was one person for the whole school. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I think if every class has one, that way you're able to notice changes, because some kids they were good and then now they're acting up in class, and there's reasons behind these things.
I would just assume that there would be bruises.
But then if it's like bruises where it's not visible, if it's not on his face, it's got a uniform on, you're not going to see it.
Well, I would have thought PE and stuff, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Oh yeah, there's that as well.
And if they're only 5 or a toddler, they can get, well, depending on, like, I don't know what the extent of the damage is, but like kids bruise themselves and that kind of stuff all the time. So even like seeing that kind of stuff, it's not necessarily an indication of like, kids mash themselves up all the time.
They do.
You get me? There's bare people who get social services called on them for no reason because the kid want to mash himself up. You get me? So,
if you lot saw something that you thought was untoward, what would you do? If you saw something that was like weird or a bit suspicious to you, what would you do?
I've had situations like that before where, say I'm walking and I see like a girl or something and she looks uncomfortable in that situation. Like, I've actually acted like I'm your cousin. Like, hey, are you okay? Like,
I love that.
That kind of conversation. And then like, are you okay? Or like, if I can see a girl is like, you're not quite right. You're not quite right. I can just sense something in my spirit. Like, I would try, and if it's public, if I'm not able to kind of approach you directly, I will kind of eye contact and okay, like that kind of situation.
What about you, Marks?
I don't know, like, because in what kind of situation would you like?
So say for example, no, but actually you go.
So a situation that I saw, I was walking past the house and I don't know why, like the window was quite open, and then there was just the trigger warning. There was a man there, and running around were like 3 naked children. I didn't know if that was just his father. I've never seen this person. It was like a neighbor at the time, so I'd never seen this person, but I've seen these kids before. And I was like really freaked out because I didn't know what to do. Because you're right, like some people that's just normal for them in their house, but some
maybe just a dad. You don't know.
Right, I think it's the lack of knowing. So I was really young, like I was like around 11 or 12, and I just went up into my house and I told mum. My mum wasn't at home, but I told like an auntie that was there, and she just said to me like mind your business. And I get why, because there's also a culture with Black people of not wanting to overextend yourselves. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I remember being really young and feeling like if anything happens to these kids, that this is on me.
Yeah, I remember.
Is that
like,
weird though?
What?
Because like,
No, it's
just that there was.
Do you know what? It wasn't what was in my household, so I just didn't know. Because I know now as an adult that some people are like that. Like,
I feel like I got. I feel like we was. Like nakedness is like.
No, naked with my mum is. I've never seen because it's not like my dad grew up in my house with me. I don't
see kids around.
Yeah, I don't
man.
see a man.
Okay,
exactly.
okay, what you mean.
So that's why I think there was like a sense of inaction on my aunt's part because she was like, that's potentially normal and not a flag. But it made me think if I did see some mad stuff, like what do? I went straight to an adult, but as an adult now, I think I'll be quick to just cause a fuss. If it's all right, then it'll get sorted out in the end.
And that's fine. Like, I remember one time, like a few years ago, actually, my neighbours, because I'm very like my mind. And now that you talk, I think maybe it's a kind of response to trauma. My therapist sorted that out. But I remember, like, I think deep about stuff. Remember I said I think very deep about stuff. Yeah. So, like, my mind is just mad. But I remember years ago, my neighbours, I could hear, like, some kind of argument. And what's mad is that it wasn't even in the house next to me on either side. Oh. It was like, but I'm very sensitive to hear stuff. So I could hear some kind of, like, conflict. I was thinking, that's a bit weird. And I went downstairs. I was like, do you guys hear that? And literally everyone else was up and they were like, can't hear anything. And I was like, okay. Then I went back up. Then I opened my window even wider and I was like, mate, something's going on. Yeah. And it was mad because I was listening so well that I knew when a kid ran out the house and when I thought it was pitch dark, like it was nighttime. And basically a kid ran out the house and I literally ran outside. I was like, there's a kid at the door, there's a kid's about to knock on the door because I could hear the child like shout like, can I help? So when I opened the door, so obviously the child was like, you know, scared and whatever. And it's like, oh, like this is what's happening. Like basically the parents are arguing or whatever. And then, so we're like, okay, come in quickly. So I was like to my mom, like, call the police kind of thing. Because what am I, like, do you get me? It's mad. And then I remember the man came, the dad, I think the dad, I don't know what his situation was, but he lived in the house. I remember he came and he was like, oh no, nothing's wrong. And like quickly ushered, and we're like, no. Like, so at this point we're like, no, but it's weird because it's like, listen, that's not your child. Leave the matter. But in that situation, all we could do was just call the police. And then when they came, obviously, we were like, well, this is what happened. The child was literally terrified. And he basically had to carry the child away from us because, and the child didn't want to go. Yeah. But basically had to carry the child. But I think he was having an argument with the mum or whatever. But obviously the child, kids feel, do you get me?
Yeah, they feel.
I don't get involved in people's business. I'm the old school one.
I think for me, it's a
there was a neighbor from years ago. She was getting tumped up terribly. Like I could hear it. It was the middle of the night, and I could hear it. He was fucking her up. He was shouting. He was screaming. Okay, just trigger warning. This whole
honestly
thing,
segment.
But he was fucking her up. So obviously, I go and I'm thinking I don't know this girl too much, but we're actually quite okay. So maybe sometimes just seeing somebody else, and obviously I know how to activate the stereotypical black in me, innit? Like so I knew how to like. I'm not saying I was.
Was she black?
No, she was white.
Okay.
So I go down, and I think she was even pregnant at this time. So that's like, so anyway, I went out, and then she could see me, and she looked so embarrassed. Yeah, she looked so embarrassed.
There's
and
a lot of shame.
Why are you feeling embarrassed?
Yeah.
And everything I tried to do to make her feel like, sis, I'm not judging, made her just was like, no,
feel
it's okay.
Worse,
Bro, the next day she came to me. She I don't know if she waited around for me, but I was coming back with shopping. She came to me and she said, please just don't say anything to my mom. Don't say anything to anybody. Don't say. Yeah. And I just thought because her mum and her dad were not soft people. Like they wouldn't have had it. They were like, they would have lost it, right? She was like, please, it just happened one time. And I just thought, this is a crazy.
And I think that's what some abusers bank on, is the fact that it's so crazy how like you're the victim, but you feel shame. Like, I think it's that idea of what happens in the home stays in the home. So now that someone else knows your situation in your home, there's this shame and embarrassment attached to it. But abusers bank on that. Abusers bank on that because they then like that's how they get you away from your friends and your friends, your family. That's why I liked Top Boy when they showed that where he wasn't hitting her, but you could tell that it was abuse, and you could tell that he was what's the word I'm trying to find? Not neglecting, not kind of deserting. Keeping her isolating, that's it. He was isolating her away from her family and her friends and stuff like that. And that's what they bank on. It's about having power. It's so crazy, man.
We'll wrap this up. I just want to say with that person, their neighbor was closer to them and they got actively involved and the guy ran out the back of the door. But so I think it just comes down to who they're comfortable with. Yeah. But they're all going to be released at a later date. What do we think they should get?
I think it's been there for life.
Yeah,
I feel like the justice system in this country is not tough enough sometimes.
They should get death sentence.
They should be in there for life. And that 14-year-old as well. That's where you will see 100. Stay there.
Yeah.
Because that's if you're 14 doing
well,
that.
it's mad because obviously he must. It's because he's underage. He's not allowed to be named or whatever.
Yeah.
But if he was related to them, would they still write it like that? Or
No,
because
they'll
they make
still
it
write it like
just.
that. Because then you can find out who it is.
Okay, cool.
Because you can just, I'll go on
Can they
Facebook.
just make it sound like a random kid and you're thinking like, what's a random 40-year-old?
Yeah, but
They
they
have to
seem
protect-
like dodgy people anyway.
Yeah, they have to protect that.
They seem like dodgy people that just would let like the baddest guy in the block come and chill with them and smoke with them and shit.
You think about it, like if you're someone who knows them, like you're on the road and whatever, you've met them, and you know, so, like you're gonna know the T that's the 14th, their son.
Yeah.
But you could easily just find them on Facebook, and then they might have
fucking
pictures and stuff like that,
idiots.
and now you know the kids.
Rest in
identity.
peace, Logan.
It's crazy, man.
All right, let's jump into the next segment. Yo, fuck it up. Yo, beautiful people. So this segment is called Topic of the Day, and we're switching up the vibe entirely.
I'm sorry,
So,
who came up with this?
Do you know what? We have an amazing producer called Emman, and he's on smoke. And
You've been watching
must
Netflix.
smoke.
You've been watching Netflix, innit?
I actually saw this on social media, so let me set the scene for you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
But in this
Take us there.
In this Britain, yeah, with inflation prices and everything, yeah, you finally managed to get on the property ladder.
Okay.
Yeah, you looked around the home. You did
Yep.
several checks. You looked at YouTubers. What did they say you should look for? You looked for it.
Yep.
Grit in the windows, shaky foundation. You are secure and sure. You buy the house now. This is your home.
Yes.
You even take the Instagram key pic.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
You have
Otherwise,
to.
you don't have a house.
And you're one leg up.
You don't one leg up.
Absolutely.
Some people know that you have two legs
You have
and
two
a
legs.
house.
Okay. Period.
With that now, yeah. With now, you're starting to change the decor and the furniture. Tired of, the decor's a bit mad. Do you know what I mean? So you take up the carpet. And what do you see? You see a pentagram etched into the wooden floor. In fact, let's add
I have to Google what the pentagram is.
That is the circle with the star in it. Not
Oh, some Illuminati.
Yes. Oh, it's some devilish shit, baby.
Okay.
Actually, some people say it's just part of their religion. I don't know, innit? But
the religion is Satanism.
a picture of this was floating around on Twitter where someone moved in and found this under their carpet. What would you do? Man said, "What's your worst brush with?"
I know.
Satan?
That's what I saw. I said,
Man,
talk.
you need to rest.
We need intervention.
And we need to pray after this. Okay, what are you guys doing?
What if I saw me?
Yeah. What are you doing, Miles? So, Miles, you're not religious, are you?
Yeah, I am. You know that shit ain't bothering me though. I don't care. I wouldn't even get it.
Man said,
why do you bother asking?
these
I just put the rug,
rug back.
put the rug over it.
I don't know.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
enough
Like,
of that.
Yeah.
I tell your child not to play in that room.
Don't like the look of that.
What is it? Is it
cover
ignorance
that
is
up.
bliss? I
Yeah.
don't know nothing. That's fine.
You know what it is? Obviously, I'm Nigerian. As
Oh,
well
wait,
as-
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Move your mic just a centimeter. Yeah.
There you go. Is
Because
that
it's
okay?
rubbing on the spiral bit.
Oh, this. Am I wearing it back to front or something? Maybe. Jesus.
Sorry,
God, I'm saying
guys.
your name in vain. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We want to make sure you get the
Yeah,
best
there we
quality
go.
of sound.
Okay, now move the mic closer. Look
there
at me
we
doing
go.
Brent's job.
I love it.
Anytime, babes.
Not Brent getting mesmerized by my looks and he's not actually paying attention to doing his
Look
job.
at
So yeah, I was actually thinking about this because Evil Eye.
Yeah.
This idea, I know many religions have their version of it, but this idea that when something's going on in your life, you shouldn't share it.
Yeah.
Then somebody said, but what about the power of God? Like,
And that's true.
if you actually know, he might be showing the most amount of faith by not actually being rattled by this and just covering it up with a rug.
No.
I'm covered by the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
Yes,
All
Mark.
right, can you come to Bible study this week? No, okay, it's all right.
I think we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, week 5.
Well, you don't think I don't? I grew up in it. My household is very church heavy.
Yeah.
Is it?
I kinda,
Extremely.
His mother, right?
Yeah, she's a minister.
All right.
Oh,
So-
Shut the front door.
Because it sounded very practiced, him saying he's covered by the blood of Jesus.
He said
Your
this so
mum's a
many
minister.
times.
Been
It's a
told.
script.
I feel like that's because obviously you've spoken about your childhood and upbringing. You need strength, I think, when you have like
When you're dealing with Mark.
when you're dealing.
When you got Mark as a child.
When you are so in love with your son and you must see him going out and doing just all stuff you don't. Like
You
you need
need
something.
God.
Yeah.
Like, she's not a minister. She doesn't minister at church, but
Not
she
him
does.
demoting her.
No, she does. They make her go up and speak. She went and done some kind of. You have to do like a course or something to be
Yeah.
able to do that kind of stuff. So
Oh,
she's done all that kind of stuff. She's
Oh,
allowed
she
to go
can,
and
she can
speak.
marry you
She
then.
might be an evangelist or something.
Okay.
Or
that's
is
interesting.
Shout out
it-
Mark's mum.
Where's the group of people that sit down and pray for you? That pray for strangers.
Prayer warriors.
They're
Prayer
evangelists, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I think they are.
Evangelists, yeah.
Yeah, they're powerful. They sit down, they just pray for people. They just sit down in the yard praying for people. And they
Taking calls in. Do you know something?
they don't move, you just
psychic
gotta bring them
hotline?
bread and water and they just in the yard and they're just praying. And every 10 minutes a new list comes in with names that they don't know.
Wow.
And they pray for, that's
They
actually
just
beautiful.
pray for
People
them.
that pray for others, I think blessings are due on your
They do that
life.
at my church where they send out a list of people's needs and whatever.
And then,
It's like a prayer chain, we call it.
Yeah, and just praying.
And
You
just
got people
praying.
praying.
It's really, no, praying
When you're in a
is
network, you
beautiful.
got people praying for you don't know,
Yeah,
out here, they're on their knees for you every day.
No wonder his skin is like this.
Listen!
Mum's active.
I told you, not one poured
Listen,
inside.
you inherit the ways of your parents, Your mum's got you. All right, cool.
Love it.
But yeah, so like, should we be scared of these things?
I'll be honest with you. It's not being scared of it. So with the evil eyes thing, I don't really believe in evil eye because I think there's nothing that God has for me that anybody's jealousy or hatred or malice can take away from me. Like, it's not possible. But with stuff like that, it's not so much me being scared of it as me just removing myself from that darkness that I know has been about that. Do you get me? If something's about darkness, I'm going to take myself away from it. Like in normal life, when something is bad vibes, I take myself away from it. So if I know that this thing is particularly connected to a form of spirits that I don't believe in, so I'm not scared because God is sovereign, but I'm going to separate myself. So I would move out. I'd ask for a refund.
You ask for a refund. I think you.
I cover it actually. Actually, no, I cover it.
See, I don't hold stock over none of those things, and because it's like you just got to take power back in your life, man. Like I used to. See that now? I'll open an umbrella in a house. I'll walk underneath a ladder.
mirrors.
I'll smash the mirror.
Man, say what is it you say in the mirror 7 times?
I'll put candy, man. I don't put no stock into these things.
Yeah.
Like, you know
I
what I'm saying?
think believing in those things do give them
life.
more
It brings
power.
it to life.
It brings it to life. For me personally, I think even if I moved into a house that didn't have that, the way that my parents are set, we're praying before I even move into that house. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
That thing would have disappeared.
Do you know what I mean?
that.
No word of a lie. Room to room.
We're doing water,
God bless this,
oil,
God bless this. So
everything.
Don't be surprised if the floor heals.
It would have. I would have never seen it. I would have never known it was there.
I wouldn't even see
Unless
it.
I bumped into the person who lived there before.
And I'm not gonna lie, property prices are something serious.
Yeah, I can't. I would just change the floor. I would just cover it up. I think I might just.
Can you imagine?
I just put it.
Can you imagine?
Put a nice rug over it.
Can you imagine explaining that to the carpenter that you bring to your house? So yeah, by the way, can you
Boy.
can you sort that out?
And he's like, you know what's funny? I put that there. Can you imagine? It's mad. Mad.
What is your worst brush with evil? I guess
Sleep paralysis. Is that the one where you're held down?
Yeah.
Oh, where you wake up and you can't move.
Yeah.
What?
That one's
And
crazy.
you're awake here and you know everything that's going on, but you just cannot move.
Yeah.
But I clock that happens to me when my prayer life is down.
That happens like regularly.
That happens
I mean,
to you
not
when
no,
it's
I mean
down.
like no, it hasn't happened to me in years now actually.
Okay.
But the times that happened to me was when I was like spiritually down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But that's
you're up now,
that's,
sis. And
amen.
sleeping.
I'm gonna stay up. Amen.
Sleeping actively, yeah.
But that is wild.
That is
crazy.
That sounds scary. Just that actually sounds really scary.
It's
I've
very
never
scary.
experienced-
You never experienced it?
No.
And God not make you experience it.
Amen.
I can't think, man.
You've been through a lot though.
Yeah.
But you don't think it's evil. You just
That's-
You
think
said
it's
Satan
badness.
on my
That's
ass
what-
every day.
Man said I kind of deserved it.
That's what the problem is. I probably like desensitized to a lot of things. Like maybe when you look back at them and you think, oh, that was.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I think when you're not like religious, you don't attribute things to the devil. Because sometimes I hear things, I just think, leave the devil alone.
Yeah, you're giving
Why
the
is he
devil
in
way
it?
too much credit.
Way too
You
much credit.
did that.
You did that.
Anti-bookie.
Listen. So I think that's the mentality, that's the mindset you have. Well, when you grew up in that kind of
Culture.
yeah, and there's a certain kind of church demographic that really believes in anything. Like if I
Everything is
trip
a
up,
signs.
they'll be like, oh, the devil's trying it. Like even Nigerians, I'm gonna say Nigerians because I'm Nigerian and I know how these people work. But
These people.
the day Nigerian Twitter find me on here, I'm finished, I'm done for. But anyway, like say anything happens, they'll be like, oh, like devil's a liar. Like someone can be ill, yeah. I'm looking at you and you are sick. Like you're on your last legs of life. They'll be like, I'm well in Jesus' name. Bro, what's wrong with you? So
Yeah,
even
not
so you
well.
you'll never be able to know what's wrong with them because for them it's like there's power in the tongue.
Yeah.
Not being funny, but you're already ill. The tongue has done what it needed to do.
Yeah.
I don't
Even
think
tongue
this is what's really
down
gonna
too.
take you out. What's wrong with you, mate?
Yeah.
It's
no,
mad.
you're right. I do. Yeah, I actually remember somebody passing away and they just wanted, I don't know if this is religious, but they just wanted to bury the person really quickly just because the child was quite young.
They're Muslim.
No.
Okay.
But it was quite, so it's just like you shouldn't see obviously you should never see your child pass in it. So the idea was just let's resolve this.
Oh yeah, that's
quickly.
a cultural thing.
That's a cultural thing. And I was just thinking, but we need to understand what's happened here. And I remember going to work and just like obviously being really sad. And they were like, so what happened? And I couldn't even tell them what because
they did it. They covered it up so quickly.
well, by the time I knew of it, they had already like done
Yeah.
everything, and I just remember feeling like, oh, well, I guess what's important is the healing of the family and
Yeah.
stuff. But I just thought, it's
But you know what? They
probably-
don't give
because
culture.
it was
Doesn't,
mad unexpected.
culture doesn't even give grace for that though, for
Yeah.
healing, because they say so. Obviously, it's not good to bury your child anyway. Yeah, but
Yeah.
certain cultures you're not allowed to go. I remember when my granddad passed away. So my granddad was Muslim.
Mm.
My grandma couldn't go.
Oh, the women don't go to the.
Yeah,
the
but
men.
it's like
Yeah.
that's her partner since she was
That's
20
20
years old. Do you know
Oh
how
my
mad
God.
that is?
Do you know what I mean?
And she can't even sit there like to anything. And some cultures were like,
Yeah,
if
but
he's your
them
child, you can't
should
go.
be by that point. They're like entrenched in faith and that. And
Yeah.
their rules are their rules, so they
Yeah,
kind of
that's stretching.
they got
Yeah.
their head around it. They kind of know what to expect.
I guess with
and-
faith is different, but there's actually cultures though where you
Culture.
actually cannot. And like, even if it's your child or whatever,
What,
you
and
just
that's
can't.
not, you're saying culturally that's not like due to religion or anything.
No, like
No.
culturally,
Oh, I thought that was a
we don't.
religion thing.
Nah.
Okay.
I've heard of some cultures where you can't like,
I know sometimes you have to
It's,
bathe
it's,
the body.
yeah, but you can't you can't as a mother bury your child. It's
Child.
not that's not how it should have
Yeah.
been the other way around. So because of that, you cannot go to their funeral or anything like that.
But
And
can
it's
I
not to do
say
with
something?
religion.
Like that, I hear that, but the kid has, like,
Gone.
okay, right.
Yeah.
The bad thing has happened.
Yeah.
I think we should prioritize
Yeah.
like the mothers. Oh, bro, I think people.
I think like,
a lot.
if it's a good way for you, if you feel like that will help you healing
Yeah.
to attend your child's funeral, why can't you?
And the way I see God, mad kind, mad compassionate. So there are a lot of these rules. I just think.
But
I
like, not
just-
to be but not
a
to be
question.
insensitive. It's happened.
He's also ruthless.
Is what God?
Yes.
Yes, yes, he is. All right, moving on.
Mark's reading his Bible. We love it.
Oh no, it could be a wicked man when he's ready.
Okay.
I mean,
Whoa,
you
whoa,
should bear
what-
chances.
What did you say? He could be a wicked man.
Well, I caught that as well.
Brent
I don't know
knew
why.
what
No,
I don't know why you
no,
highlighted
no,
it.
no.
I don't know why you
That's the
highlighted
clip.
it.
That's the clip for this one. Watch.
No,
I-
not Miles calling God a wicked
Brent's
man.
a bad.
No, but-
you're
no, but when he
you're a
said that
horrible
bit-
person because I caught it, yeah, and I don't understand why you highlighted that. Like, I don't understand why you would highlight that because no one would have said anything.
No, but when he said wicked, I didn't think like, the way he said. I just think like
It's not wicked. It's
Yeah,
the fact
no,
that I said
we-
man.
Oh,
No, that's.
I think it's
He's
both,
the wicked.
innit? It's the
Yeah,
both.
he's ruthless.
It's both. All right, guys, let's jump into the
Can
next
we?
segment and give not Brent, Margs a moment to repent. Fuck it up.
My God, the glorious God.
Amen.
He is,
Mm.
amen.
Mm.
This is a
Pastor
great.
Mark.
Do you know what I mean?
I love this.
We complimented his skin one time, man.
This
Remember
is
these
it.
blessings. I
We have
love
to
it.
compliment every time. I love it.
It sounds like PTSD to be honest.
Yo, beautiful people, let's jump into our next headline. So Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams are looking to buy Chelsea. I believe they put 10 million down each. Yes, if I'm correct. And this means that they will own shares in Chelsea. This compared to the overall amount is not that much. But what do you think about these athletes diversifying their portfolio?
I'm so slow. I thought you meant the area.
No, it's going
I
to
was
take
like,
more
how
than
they
10
don't
million
even
for
go
that.
here. But yeah,
I like it.
Is there something like that group that they're part of, that little consortium that they're part of? They're like not activists or something, but
the rich guys.
no, but I swear that there's a few of them that because what was I see the other day?
Sounds like you're describing the Illuminati.
Huh?
So
You didn't say this,
is
no?
there like a group of them that are trying to make these spaces fairer?
No, but I feel like there's like some kind of sentiment behind them getting involved,
Buying it.
like for like a cause or something. Or
Well, Hamilton said that amongst other things, he hopes to have a positive effect
Mm.
on diversity and inclusion at Chelsea and in the club's local community.
okay then. Well, I mean, I think stuff like that is just good for PR and just trying to just whip up something around the group that want to buy it, because obviously they're gonna have to pick who.
Oh yeah, best candidate.
Yeah, and
Imagine
stuff
people
like that.
throwing millions at you and you get to pick who's millions.
Because that's not-
Then you want.
That's not gonna make not much difference for
Chelsea.
no, Serena and Hamilton. Like
Mm.
it's not that it's a big club, it's worth billions, and that the outlay is not huge. It's not, and they make a lot of money already, so that's not gonna like
Are they
change
Yeah,
the
they're gonna get
situation too tough. I think it's more just attaching their name
to it. Yeah,
For
I was
10
thinking, are they
million
gonna?
pounds.
No, but for 10 million,
Buy a
if the club is worth
Chelsea t-shirt.
billions,
Yeah.
if the club is worth billions, are they really gonna get to have a say and do the diversion and inclusivity they want to do?
No, not at all.
No, but when something fucks up, they can roll these two out to say something
As
to
PR.
win over. Football is so much of it is PR in my mind. Like when something bad happens, the way they deal with it makes me realize this is a business. Like I know you lot, like I remember Nigo True saying that football fans are glorified consumers. Like you lot feel like you're part of the family, but ultimately you guys are just die-hard purchasers of whatever they're selling you.
Mm.
That's a way to, it sounds like I'm minimizing it, but I'm just saying. And he's a big football fan as well. But as in like, the way that they handle PR is just like any other business. The way they handle how they come across is important to them. It's not just a game. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they may actually accept them, but I just feel like Serena and Lewis, they wouldn't be quiet. They wouldn't want to be quiet. Like they're not putting £10 million just to be attached.
Yeah,
to
but
it.
you know that's why I now think it's PR stuff.
It's peanuts in comparison. The stake, what that £10 million is going to get them, they're not going to have no kind of no kind of influence or power in that building, like so whatsoever.
Then what would, in your lot's opinion, what is the point?
Like you're saying, it's probably just PR. There's different groups. There's different groups and people trying to buy Chelsea. There's different bids getting looked at. I'm not sure who it is who chooses who's acceptable and stuff like that. But even like now, like having a conversation about it, attaching Serena Williams and Lewis Hamilton to your name, I'm guessing it could help your bid in some way, shape, or form, or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't feel like they're really going to get a say. If it's worth like billions, which it is.
Oh no, at that level of investment, they 100% got no say. Like, it's just,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they essentially, like you said, it's peanuts.
Yeah.
So I think. So how are they getting their money? Like they get some bread cut off.
I think it's just them attaching their name to it.
Okay.
Obviously, if there's profits involved in a business and you got shares of it, you're gonna get whatever you're supposed to get in it. But what I'm saying is, they do so well in their spare time anyway. Is it even comparable to what like they're making and stuff like that? Like, do you get what I mean?
I was gonna say as well, it's mutually beneficial for both parties. So for Chelsea, they get to be like, oh, we've got these two amazing black blah 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 blah. We've in our whatever in our circle, and then with them as well. If some nonsense happens, which tends to anyway, they'll be like, oh, we condemn this and blah, blah, we're going to talk to this person, but we didn't choose your voice, we didn't do anything. I think for everybody, it's just good PR.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think the main reason.
I don't think they're going to bring about the change that they...
I want to give you guys a bit more information. A source close to the group said that the addition of Hamilton and Williams was a serious investment decision because of their experience at building global sports brand. Still sounds a bit like PR still. They also pointed out that the involvement of the pair was not the first time famous black athletes have backed a Premier League club. NBA star LeBron James has been a small shareholder in Liverpool for more than a decade.
Yeah, he is. But them even saying that, like, moving like it's a serious investment because they're building up sports teams and whatnot. The only reason why it's news is because of who they are. You know what I'm trying to say? Because there's other people in that same group who's invested more money and you didn't make us aware of their name or who they are, telling us what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it serves the purpose to, like, you know what I'm saying? So
it feels like it feels like an early step to a bigger vision, I feel like, on the parts of Hamilton and Serena Williams. Like
what, in regards to like adding sports
getting into
team
spaces,
stuff to their portfolios?
Like I don't want to not that we're doing this, but I don't want to dismiss it because compared to like the billions that are investing, cool. But this is just another thing that they're securing. This is another space.
And I love that.
Yeah, I actually really love that.
I love when black people get in spaces that we don't expect them to get in.
Yeah, because it shows range and it inspires somebody somewhere. So if I had 10 million, I don't know if I'm putting into a football team though. Not that it's a bad idea.
Sometimes the things that you don't think you should put it into is where you need to be into.
I'm gonna put
when
into
lockdown
fishing.
happened, but when the pandemic happened, Soulja Boy had invested in toilet rolls. He was dancing to the bank. He made a lot of money.
Soulja Boy.
And also remember that these lot have just made a bid as well. They ain't got it.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Imagine turning down 10 million. Do you know how great your life has to be?
You got billions, that's nothing.
I know, but still.
That's a pound.
Still. Can you imagine? Okay, and then let's go back to Elon Musk, because at this point, him and Kanye, best friends. I kind of like the way they're disruptors. I know Brent will like that. But okay, let me tell you what
that's a bit of Brent.
That is a bit of Brent. Elon has made his intentions to get more shares in Twitter. Claire, do you know we spoke about that earlier this week? But he has now secured £46.5 billion in financing to fund a possible hostile bid for Twitter. And is putting up 21 billion of his own money as part of the package. I don't know how, did Elon come for money? Do you guys know? Or was he okay in South Africa, or did he come from like nothing? No one knows. Okay, guys, search that.
Well, he's South African.
I believe he's South African.
Is he black or white?
South African.
He's white. He speaks Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Him and Uncle Waffles come from the same place. But yeah, I like that Uncle Waffles girl. Anyway, this is considered a hostile bid though, because he's not going through the conventional ways. He's bypassing the company's board. It's a very much a zero fucks given.
And this is where the Kanye comes in.
That's what I'm saying. Elon West. But I don't know if that's a disrespect, because other people would see Elon as a bigger figure than Kanye West, so I don't know. But the Twitter board has moved to block Musk from increasing his shareholding without its approval. What's your thoughts on that before we jump into a little bit more information?
And I get confused. Twitter, Facebook don't own Twitter, do they?
No.
They own Instagram, innit?
Instagram, yeah.
Okay,
and they're
cool.
Meta now.
And then so, what's this 36? How much is Twitter worth? Like, what, 35 billion in it?
Apparently, if I remember what was reported...
The way we're saying billion, this morning is just
claim
wow.
Claim it.
Amen to
the
that.
stuff we say on this pod. Come on,
I know.
Yeah.
We keep calling things.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but this guy's been, like, I've seen him on Twitter as well recently, like, all that stuff with the crypto, NFTs, Dogecoin stuff. I don't know if he's serious or if he's a troll. Like.
He's infamous.
Because he's got so much money. I don't really think all that stuff. I don't really think he even cares about all this stuff when he's always just.
Oh, he's serious.
Huh?
He's definitely serious.
Yeah.
Because
the reason why.
Is he serious about doing it?
Yes.
So can I say why?
Yeah, but is he just doing it because he's bored or does he care though?
He definitely cares.
So I can explain why. He says that he doesn't like the direction Twitter's going in terms of he really values freedom of speech. So he was like, he believes under himself, he can bring that back to Twitter.
I was going to say something so wild, dear.
What are you talking about? Everybody says what they want on Twitter.
No, but people are being blocked. There's a bit more correctness.
The ones that are being blocked are the ones that are doing like hate speech and stuff.
I was going to say, I think he needs to spend one day in Black's Twitter and he will quickly get his money back.
What's he lobbying for?
Not get his money back.
I think it's a bit more than just him wanting freedom of speech. This having control of Twitter is you controlling the media.
Yeah.
100%. And it's a big, big tech play for him. He has something that he wants to do, knowing full well that the metaverse is coming and Twitter is going to be a very big part of that. And I believe that he wants complete control.
I think that's the reason. I think what he said in the statement was this idea of freedom of speech and all of that. And they tried, do you know what's crazy? Imagine beefing a board because they initially said he should join the board because he wanted a bit more of a say-so. Then he was like, nah, I'm not going to. We reported on this earlier in the week. So it's kind of crazy. This guy can really put his money where his mouth is. So if he has a big mouth, it's all right because he's got bigger money.
Oh, they were trying to trick him, innit?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's control him, innit? Like if he's part of the board.
He wants a certain amount of shares. They tell him to join the board. If he joins the board, if you join the board, you're only allowed a certain amount of shares. And he wanted way more shares than that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they really try to trick him and he's like, nah, actually, I don't want to join your board. I've got a lot of money. I want to buy this thing.
That's mad.
That's dope. So when people say hostile takeovers, does that mean that as long as he gets certain things in place, they can't even stop it? That's crazy.
The Brent nod in
Rich people.
Yeah, that's mad.
Rich
So
people
like,
problems.
Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
How can like you own something and you can't stop someone from buying it from you?
That's
like,
wild to me.
That don't mean like that's crazy.
Brent, you better know the new Black.
I think right now
Listen,
he's the largest shareholder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been whipping up the shares, isn't he? He bought burying them off people, innit?
Yeah.
Is that true of every company? Any company?
Well, any company that sells shares publicly, and you can buy them, innit? And if you can accumulate the majority of the shares, then you own the majority of the company. Then you're the decision maker, like basically. That's serious.
That's why the whole story with Apple is so interesting because it's like for man to come back from being shifted out takes a lot of willpower. But guys, let me quickly fact check something. So Elon Musk's mother is from Canada. His father is South African. His dad owned half a share of an emerald mine company in Zambia. He was born into wealth, although they tried to downplay it a bit.
What's that? Is that new sound?
That's the fact check sound, guys. So when you hear that, just know we just check the facts.
For me, I like that.
But yeah, guys. So that's it. What are we saying? Do you want Elon to secure Twitter, or do we want Twitter to stay Twittering?
I just think it's rich people problems, and I think
let me go and check my own account and work hard in my life.
Let me focus on my focus.
Somebody said,
as long as I can still tweet and whatever.
Somebody said that they checked Will Smith's bank account, Jada Smith's bank account, and Chris.
Net worth.
Net worth. That's it. Not bank account. But what kind of deets is that? So they checked, and they said after that they decided this is not my problem, and let me go back to my life.
In the words
of
Future
problems.
that I never ever quote, it's above me now. It's actually above me.
But yeah, so let's jump into the next segment.
Okay, word on road today. A man named Paul Bussetti, he and his little friends thought it was a good idea to make up a cardboard model of the Grenfell building
Mm.
and set it on fire and just make jokes, because clearly this is not people's reality. So so he himself, I think he was the leader of the pack. He was making siren noises, and he was saying like, this is what happens when you don't pay your rent and blah blah blah. And he had the cheat. And then, sometimes people do stupid things behind closed doors, and that can be fine. But it's one thing to do stupid things behind closed doors. Be proud of the stupidity that you've done, and then think that everyone else deserves to see the stupidity that you've created. Because he went ahead and shared the video on WhatsApp, like was sharing the video to people and whatever, and it got leaked. And so it's gone to court. At first, he wasn't found guilty, which is wild, very wild. So he wasn't found guilty, but now they appealed, and now he's been found guilty. He pleaded guilty, to be fair, and he's now been given a suspended jail sentence. So if he commits a crime within a certain amount of time, he will be taken to jail.
So guys, we have to set him up. We have to set him up. We have to put stolen toilet paper in his bags. We gotta get him, because I feel like, do you know what? I feel like there's certain crimes that I can understand why they shouldn't get maybe 10,000 years in prison or whatever. Yeah. But it really shows the character of a person. Actually,
can I say fact check? He actually got 10-week jail sentence and then suspended for 2 years. So if he commits a crime within 2 years, he's gonna go back in. And I think how it works is that you then get time that maybe more time with the first crime and then the new crime. I'm not sure.
Let's ask our legal advisor. What does
that
mean?
So if you got a suspended sentence and you breach it, then you have to go and do that sentence. If you breach it on a new crime and you get charged for it, then I'm guessing that's a separate sentence, separate charge, separate case.
Thank you for the information.
But so he got 10 weeks, and I think 10 weeks for that, because really and truly, technically what he did is not a crime.
Yeah,
it's just morally wrong, insensitive, and tone deaf.
Shows a very ugly person.
But I just think that speaks to his character, and I think he's always someone he's got a bit of racism in him.
A bit.
So I just think 10 weeks. Do you think 10 weeks is a good time? Or do you think he should have got longer or not at all?
If I'm honest, I guess being a bad person isn't a crime unless you impose that on somebody else. And that. So I do think that I think he should have been 10. I don't think it should be a suspended sentence. I think he should have got the 10 weeks in prison.
No, he didn't. No, he got 10 weeks and 2 years suspended sentence.
So he got 10 weeks, and then if he does a crime, he has to go back in.
No, so he got 10 weeks. He's gonna have to do the 10 weeks in jail.
Yeah.
When he comes out, then he's got 2 years suspended sentence. So if he commits a crime, I'm pretty sure the reason why it's suspended is because you get
Can you do that? Ain't that like 2 sentences?
I think it's suspended sentence, and then if he does something wrong, he goes in for 10 weeks. Because I didn't see him go to prison.
I don't think you could.
I don't think you can give him time.
You can't sentence me and then tell me when I come out I've got a suspended sentence. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, sorry, guys. I added an and where there wasn't. My bad.
No, that's all right.
It said he's got a 10-week jail sentence, suspended for 2 years.
Yeah.
So he's all right. So at any given time,
you guys are awake.
At any given time in that 2 years, he's only got 10 weeks to risk.
That's not even anything. He could be broke for a month and say, I'm going to go there quickly. And
yeah,
come back out.
Just
maybe my payday.
Go get 3 meals a day.
Exactly.
Yeah, rest
free
and
rent.
that.
Yeah.
It's mad. I think, then this sentence makes sense. I just think it's a bit wild.
Wait, what did he do again?
He basically created a cardboard figure of
the
Grenfell and then burnt it and then was saying
jokes about it.
Racist stuff in the background and shared the video.
Yeah. Yeah. It's obviously distressing.
Yeah, the laws, I'm guessing there's laws broken in there somewhere. So if he's broken,
I don't know, because it's not really a hate crime. Do you get what I mean? Like, if he had said like more, like if he was saying like,
well, kind of, but he's put it out there, isn't it? He's put it out there on social media, and that there's people who will see that whose families was affected by Grenfell and stuff like that, and you're gonna make them feel a certain way. You can't think for their trauma and stuff. They should sue him,
I think money would affect this guy more.
So it is kind of like,
I think they should have fined him.
Hate crime kind of thing.
Yeah, I think
they should have fined like a 10,000.
Well, like you're saying, it's horrible and it's distasteful what he's done in it. So if there is
distress,
but if there is actually laws broken, whether you're nitpicking or whatever, if there actually is laws broken, then give him the full
full time
of the law.
Take that man to jail.
Wasting paper, burning inside a home where people were there. Yeah, this is dangerous. That you endanger somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as the law's broken.
Get Viola in this, because
no, Viola's got enough on her plate with that Michelle stuff she's doing. We don't need Auntie for a minute. Jesus.
But yeah, no, it definitely shows a mentality. You remember when during COVID where there was this conversation around whether Britain is racist, and like people that like white Brits were like shocked by the concept of that.
How could you say that?
But then it's like things like this that shows it is very much in the hearts of like everyday people. Like, I'm not saying he represents all British people, but there is like an allowance for this in spaces where, especially spaces that are not diverse or spaces where people just look at others as less than. Because he never would have done that if it was an orphanage full of white kids, or if it was an orphanage full of people that come from where he is from or wherever. He never would have seen it that way, and that is the problem.
And people like that, they'll tell you you're not racist because they've got a black colleague.
And if he's an employer, can you imagine how he is? Yeah, do you know what I mean? If he's an employer, can you imagine how he is with his black employees? So yeah, it's just fucked. But let's not give him any more time.
Yeah,
waste, man.
But on to lighter news. Well, lighter news for me, not for Blac Chyna. But so Blac Chyna is doing what Blac Chyna does. I feel bad for her sometimes. I feel like she gets a bad rep, but sometimes she doesn't help herself. But anyway, so she is taking the Kardashians to court. She's filed a lawsuit. So she filed a lawsuit back in 2017, and it's $100 million defamation lawsuit. She's alleging in the court papers that Robb was an abuser, and he was intent on destroying her after she left him, and also that the family, to protect Robb, were revengeful, and so they slut shame her in public and social media. And we've seen that. Chloe's been mad because she's got other things to focus on herself. But so the slut shame her.
We need a shade sound. Listen, when Esther gets into her bag. We need some sort of like the forecast is shady.
Do you know what I think?
Or something.
Have the sound of a... Actually, no. Let's have a sound of a slap.
Yeah. We're going to need something like, oh, Esther, that's shady.
But so she's saying that the slut shame her on social media. And also, I think what's paining her the most is that they were able to convince E, at the time, this is before they left E, to scrap her Robb and Chyna show. So apparently they'd started filming for a second season, even though she and Robb had broken up. So a bit of backstory on Blac Chyna for anyone who's listening doesn't know who this queen is. She started, so she's had issues, of course, with the Kardashian family because her baby father, Tiger, started dating Kylie Jenner.
Tiger give Kylie pum pum.
Oh yeah,
Kylie, what pum pum? Like,
if you want to know, listen to Spice.
Shout
she breaks it down.
The best news reporter in the world,
honestly. But so basically, Blac Chyna was with Tiger. They got a son, Cairo, right? And back then, Tiger was friends with like the Kardashians, whatever. They were cool, whatever. Kanye was in there. They're cool. So she would be invited to the cookout. Blac Chyna, this is. She's chilling with the Kardashians. They're all friends, whatever. Until then, she and Tiger broke up. But what's going on? Now Tiger's going out with Kylie. Boom, boom. Okay. And not only, what's the sound?
I don't know.
Oh, not only is, at the time, it's alleged that Kylie was younger. Yeah. But that's Tiger's situation to be revisited on another day. So anyway, so obviously she was salty from that and whatever, and obviously beefed the family because she's thinking, what kind of nonsense is that, blah, blah. So anyways, I remember the day the news broke. It was crazy.
Oh, that was
a moment.
They always, every so often, they have mind-blowing news.
Mind-blowing news. And Blac Chyna was the one for this one. So she started dating Robb Kardashian. And if you watch the show or you know about the family, Robb kind of separated himself from the family. Yeah. I feel like he don't really like his family too tough. Because I feel like they look at him like he's not giving what he needs to give in terms of the empire.
Yeah, no. Quite literally, like, I think
he don't care.
That family is very is based on merit.
It is, and he did not.
He never like he did, and I can imagine the pressure because your sisters are blowing.
Yes,
and on top of that, your sisters are younger than you.
Do you know? Yeah,
and catching billions, bro.
Mate, and I remember when he came up with a sock line, and they were like, okay,
they were super supportive. The mum was very supportive.
Yeah, she has to be. She was very supportive, yeah. But then they were like, so what's next? And he's just like, I just like the socks. Like, I just want to be exclusive. And they're looking at him like, you're let down, first of all, because if this was me, I would have made shoes to go with the socks.
Even if they don't say it, you can tell he feels it.
No, you can feel it. So he actually officially left the show and whatever. He doesn't film with them or whatever.
Yeah, he's never filmed.
He doesn't. And obviously he had issues of his own. So she started dating Robb. And that was breaking news because, you're angry at the family.
But it was so obviously retaliation.
Now wait for it. Because the people, they don't know this.
Continue building.
It gets worse. So she started going out with him at the start of 2016. 3 months later, our queen got engaged. She used to write a book on how she got engaged so quickly because some girls are struggling in the
People are asking for the wrong prayers.
Listen.
I'm joking, guys. Don't get
Come November of the same year, their daughter was born.
Mm.
Guess what she called the child?
Dream.
Dream.
Because she's living the motherfucking
She's living in the dream.
She said, you will see me, you lot will see me forever. I'm in all your lives. She said, I'm madder than you.
That's it. You think you're mad, I can be madder than you. So there was that. But then a month after the child was born, Robb announced their split and he took it so personally. But to be fair, that he's been out about like his poor mental health and all that kind of stuff. So obviously it was a bit tricky because people were like, do you really love this guy? You're just using him to get back at them.
Can I quickly tap in?
Of course you can, babe.
I remember the episode where she revealed it. So Chloe was fully aware that these two were doing a thing. Yeah. She let it run because she loves her brother. You know, she's very close.
She rides that.
Chloe,
right thing.
Chloe rides out for everybody else.
But herself.
But it's all right. Self-love.
Okay.
We're learning that. It must be so hard. But anyway, cool.
Boy.
Then I remember when he went to his sister and he said, just so guys, and Chloe put her head in her hands. This is at the prospect of your niece being born because I think Chloe could literally see that this shit was... He was
calculated.
He was well beyond he doesn't know what situation he was in.
Yeah.
I think he genuinely thought he was in love. It seems like he was in a vulnerable situation.
He was. And I think she helped him as well though, because she got him to start exercising, like all that. She got him out of his shell.
I know. But I also feel like she knew how to play. She was somebody.
She did. She played.
She wasn't vulnerable in this situation, is what I'm trying to say. She was fully aware of how the cards were stacked, and she benefited.
She did. She absolutely did. So I remember when they broke up as well. He went on a whole thing. This is one of the things that she's suing for as well, where he basically released her nudes and was like, she left me and she was unfaithful and blah blah blah. He just went off.
She was upset one time. He was mad upset. Did you see what she put on social? She was like, I had to sell 3 of my cars.
I was going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
Because when I tell you,
because the audacity. And then what happens at Tiger
it's mad.
and Robb both go into the comments saying, I
First
have
of all,
them 6 times out of the week and I pay something like 72,000 for private school.
Literally.
And then Tiger was like, how did you get a private school for cheaper? I was
Let me know,
And
I was
like, not you being a stay away mum or what absentee mother? Like, what is it?
Were they trolling though?
No, they weren't because actually, like,
I swear I see something where it's like they're trolling because the way they're saying it and the way they both put the thing up, they're saying that because she has the use one day a week.
She just has them on Sunday.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if that's true.
Is that true?
I don't know if that's true.
What I know is true, but I think
is on Twitter. Somebody said is everybody. It was like a Sunday. Somebody's like, yeah, it's almost the day that Chyna gets the kids. That Twitter is just so dumb.
Oh, look at that! He's praising you.
Okay,
they don't come around often.
Yeah,
make a wish quickly. But yeah, so it's mad. I mean, I don't know if the child thing is right, is correct in terms of she only has them on Sundays.
Yeah.
But the way Blac Chyna, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. I actually wouldn't be. I really wouldn't be surprised. And
well,
I think
if she doesn't
also,
have the money and they have the money, she might just want the kids to live in a situation that just feels more
luxurious.
There's
that. And I think also as well, like,
how can your cousin's moms be billionaires?
Bro, I think the way Blac Chyna is as well, and her mum, Tokyo Tony. I don't know how the people got the names, but anyway.
They kicked her out, innit?
Yeah, she got kicked out of the court because she's...
Sorry, what's her mum called?
Tokyo Tony.
Stripped her name. Is that her real name? Is that her real name?
That's the name she goes by.
Okay, so yeah. And she's very
she's
aggressive.
Extremely vocal. Like, they kicked her out of the court and she's not allowed to come back
Chris
anymore.
Is so
she was making
upset.
Threatening gestures at the Kardashians.
I don't know what she did in it, but I'm guessing it was something along the lines of this.
She's hilarious. She's such a funny person. But I'm very interested to see if she's going to get $100 million.
I don't think so. Chris Jenner owns the government.
Boy. So as their witnesses, so the witnesses that have to obviously testify whatever, is like Ryan Seacrest and the person who owns E and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's a bit awkward as well because they obviously left E for a reason as well, which they haven't talked about.
But Ryan Seacrest is still the executive producer on
the new show, on the new channel.
Yeah, so what I would say is, because at one point, you know, E, I think it stopped, or I don't know if it stopped being what it used to be, right? Yeah. The Kardashians were carrying it on their shoulders for a long time. So personally, for me, I feel like they kind of ran. You know what I mean? If you look, like, you know how 50
they're the reason why it was running.
Yeah, I mean, even though there's a little pastor there with 50 and stars right now, but personally, I feel like this is an uphill climb for Blac Chyna. And she would have to use the victim mentality and really make Kris Jenner look like. I think they said that you might have this something that they said about Blac Chyna in.
No, they just basically said that she's just aggressive and blah blah. Like, and she used to abuse Robb as well.
They called her ghetto.
They're just saying that they're defending their brother because she was abusive against their brother. But I can't lie to you. I like the Kardashians. I'm not a witch. I'm not a hater, whatever. But I do think that sometimes when things come out about them, I don't think there's smoke without fire. And I think there's so much that happens because their lives is lived in front of the TV. It's so easy to make people think that they know everything about them. when really there's so much stuff that goes on. Like even the tweets that Kanye does, I believe the man. I believe him. So she's basically saying how she's just glad that a jury's going to be assigned and going to get to listen to her, and she's going to be able to say things that happened behind closed doors and conversations that she knows has directly affected her livelihood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep up with it because I really want to know how much she gets.
Her show was chaotic though. Her show was very chaotic. Remember the scene where she's shouting
with
at
her mum?
No, she's shouting at Robb in the car because she swore on the phone to him and she said, I can't remember what she said, but she was really shouting. It was uncomfortable to watch. Almost as comfortable as that Love Island scene where that, I can't remember her name, but she's white. And she was shouting at the black guy she was dating.
Anna.
No, it wasn't Anna. It was in the most recent episode. She made him cry. She made the black guy cry.
Yeah.
And we thought everybody was like, that's abusive, and Ofsted reports were crazy.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys not remember the name?
I actually don't remember. But
the ugly girl.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Do you remember?
I'll say that, can I?
Do you remember?
It's Teddy and...
Teddy and Faye. He's still with her, you know?
Yeah, because...
And when I meant ugly, I meant ugly person, not like...
like character.
Good save.
Ugly character.
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. She was there. She was a nasty piece of work. I still can't believe that. Actually,
the thing is that he proper loved
I DM'd him, you know.
Did you?
To
Saying,
ask if he was okay.
leave, bro.
I was just like, bro, like, you're better than this, man. Like, he didn't reply. Let me see if he's read it.
See if it's there. Please let me know if you've seen. I want to know.
My thing is that he must see a side of her that we don't see. But I found it funny how Love Island really not romanticized her, but they showed what she did.
Because do you remember in previous seasons, when Sharif was playing with Molly, like they were just messing about, just messing about and playing, and he accidentally kicked her around the groin area, but they were playing, and she didn't complain about it. Nothing happened. We woke up like a thief in the night. This guy was gone.
Bro, we're like a thief in the night. She flogged this guy verbally from the top of the villa to the bottom of the villa and to the border of Portugal.
And didn't say nothing.
The guy cried on a black man. Not that you lot are not allowed to cry, but to push him to the point of tears, like he was so frustrated. The tears were...
He was angry.
They didn't read it. I messaged his team because it was when he was in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't read it.
And then when his brothers came, there was so much grace for her. You could see that they didn't like her, but there was so much grace for her. And I just know in my heart of hearts that if it was... Who's the black girl that sleeps with a hairnet? Not a hairnet.
What's her name? Kaz. Thank you.
If it was Kaz that even coughed aggressively whilst they were having breakfast, she would have been held by her feet and her hands.
Do you remember how they treated Leanne? Do you remember how they treated Leanne? They were like, because I remember when she came out and she explained that whole meme thing about, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah.
She was like, it's because like Mike was playing to the cameras and she said all day, because obviously they have to film, like it's not as easy as it looks, right? Mm-hmm. And she said all day they've been filming all day, and that was literally the little space she had to nap.
No cap.
And then he came and he was disturbing, and she was like, and then that's the bit they caught and they put it out. Yeah. But she was saying like, I remember the picture they painted about like, of course. She's arrogant. Sis was out there.
Can I just say, like, just between I think we all know how kind of you have shorter tolerance when somebody you're not into is doing
you got the ick.
Most. You like it's like
the ick is strong.
You could be Mother Teresa, but you're you're just a little bit like,
I don't like you. Like
you strangers on the bus, you have more tolerance for than this person.
Like literally, be like, oh, are you okay? Like, leave me alone, man.
You just don't say on that.
Don't worry about it. Like, shut up.
I mean? Like, I feel.
No, do you know what? It's actually so bad when you have ick against the guy.
It's
like, there's nothing they could do. Like, he could rescue me from a dangerous time. Like, look at you. Like, go away.
Like, allow me.
Thank you.
Put me back in the tower. But yeah.
Like, the ick is terrible.
The ick is actually, there's definitely something the devil created, because it's the only time you become irrationally mad. Like, but yeah, so I think as humans, we know what she was kind of saying and doing and all of that. But anyway, shout out. I hope Teddy's okay, man.
Yeah, I hope boy, I don't know if I hope he's okay, because you know what you're doing, sir. But Blac Chyna, we'll keep an eye on that.
Keep an eye on that. All right, then. We love that. Word on the road. Shout out to you, sis. Let's jump into the next segment.
It's not even landing anymore.
I'm just gonna. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna try to get in.
It's not giving what's meant to give.
It's just for Friday. All right, guys. So another thing that's just for Friday is this new segment. So we have segments obviously every week. They're different each time. And this one is called Sis, What Would You Do?
What would you do?
So me and Esther, we're gonna get into this. You know what I mean?
You know Mark's gonna get into it.
Yeah, Mars is gonna get into it even more deeply. Well, anyway, but yeah, we're gonna listen to her voice note. So run that.
Hi guys, I'm hoping you can help me out with my dilemma. My boyfriend and I have been in a relationship, a very wonderful relationship until this point, for about 2 years. We are trying to spice up our sex lives, and he's asked if I am willing to go to a sex party, an underground one. He doesn't know that I've been before, and I do know that I quite enjoy them myself, and I'm not quite sure that he's prepared for what it's going to be like. I imagine that when we get there, he's going to be completely overwhelmed and he won't necessarily like what he sees, especially how much I enjoy myself at this party.
I love
it. I would very much like for us to improve our sex life, and I do love my boyfriend and I want to remain in the relationship with him, but I'm certain that he's going to regret it once we go. This is the only thing that he feels he was willing to try out, and I want to try out for him, but I feel like I'm risking the entire relationship because he's not going to be able to deal with it. Do you have any advice for me? Are there any other, is there a way I can maneuver this so that he deals with the situation in a manner that doesn't cost me my relationship? Thanks, guys. Bye.
It's mad that we have to navigate the ego like this. But
I was going to say that.
That's mad.
First of all, this took a turn I didn't expect.
I loved it.
And I absolutely love that turn. Get yours, sis. Get yours, queen.
Yeah.
Queen. Okay? I think you need to... It's sad that we have to kind of protect... Because essentially she's trying to protect his ego. I think that's sad. Because why should I be able to tell you what I can do?
Yeah.
But I think that you need to know... You know what your boyfriend is like. If he's someone whose ego needs protecting...
Yeah, that's
and I hate that you have to do that, but just... I like, you know, like...
But, yeah.
Be like, oh, I've been there before, but I didn't... You know, I didn't really...
As in tell him you've been there before?
Yeah. Because when you go in there, they say, hey, you. Back so soon. How was that meeting you had on Wednesday? Did the interview go well? He's going to know.
I think... I don't know. I can't remember who she said has initiated this, innit? If
he initiated it.
Then this is a new experience for both of you. So this is chapter 1 for you doing this jointly, innit? So treat it like that. I think if you already know what he's going into, then I think, like, and you know how he is, mitigate that. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't jump into the XXX room or the room that only has like purple feathers as a door. Like, don't do that. Start in the starter room.
Yeah.
And I think also in terms of if we are going with this idea of making him comfortable or appeasing his ego, let him lead it. Let him lead the experience. Do you know
I hate
what I mean?
that you have to do that though. That's not really seen.
Do you know what I mean? But it's also the world we enable. Like, we enable this in so many areas in terms of telling men what role they should have. So then to rip that away from them in a certain space is not going to go smoothly. You don't have to do this, by the way. You can go in and be like, bro, I've been here, but you already seem to know what effect that would have. So I would say, let him lead it. If he wants to go into a particular room, go into that room, help him enjoy it. If this is something you really want to do you know what I mean?
Sis says she loves going there. Like, she's fine.
I think this is obviously we know what the objective instruction would be, like, do you, sis? But if it's about you both enjoying this, help him enjoy the experience, help him get comfortable into it. But I don't think saying you've been there before and that you're a veteran in this is going to help him feel comfortable. Because I don't think you should tell him like you're an expert, you've been there like X amount of times. But I think that just say, I've been to one of these before, and then if you don't, like, you don't have to, you can downplay your experience there and just be like, oh yeah, like it was interesting, blah blah, but we're gonna be doing it together and blah, like, because I don't know, I feel a bit weird about first of all, I feel a bit weird about having to lie to protect a man's ego. I just think, okay. And I think I also feel a bit weird about like having kind of that kind of secret in a relationship. I don't because she's been there and she knows how this works, right? She's been there multiple times or whatever, and then she's gonna have to actively lie and remember that she's lying because he wants to go now. I feel like what she should do, what I would do actually, if that was me, what I would do personally is be like, I've been there before, but I'm not gonna tell you the extent of whatever I did when I went. I would literally just make it so.
Well, the type of place it is, if you told him you went there, he'll know what you went. He won't need to know the extent. If you told him you've gone before, he'll know what you've done there.
No, but you could have gone before. You could have gone before, and
I think it'll make it worse.
Not feel comfortable and left.
But that's not the case.
You would say that.
No, but sometimes I'm just gonna give you surface. Like, so your mind can't really run too tough. I'm just saying.
It can run because if it was you've been there before, but you felt uncomfortable and left, that's what you would tell him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, say that, sis.
That's a lie.
That's still lying.
Yeah.
No, I can't lie. I'm sorry. I'm not here for lying to pan into man's ego. I can't lie to you. I've been there before, and if it's a situation, then this is showing you. This is showing you an area that you need to now pay attention to, because I can't lie to you. This will protect his ego. This is in one thing. It's going to manifest in other ways. And how many years are you going to spend?
I think both.
Not giving him all the information is not lying.
Yeah,
It is. It's not.
It is because she's acting like she's never done this before.
That's not lying.
It is when you omit
If no one
information.
if he hasn't
lie.
if he hasn't asked her, have you been there before? Nothing is lying.
I'm
I don't
queen.
believe that.
I'm queen of.
I'm just
queen
telling
of
you.
volunteering.
I don't believe. Yeah, that's fine. I'm hearing it, but I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
If he
I'm
hasn't
queen.
asked you if you've been there, if he says, have you been there before? You say no, that is a lie. Yeah. If you do not offer up that information, that is not lying to him. Withholding
But then you're
information
going.
is not
Yeah,
lying.
but then you're going and pretending like you haven't been there before.
That's cool, but this is where the problem comes in.
But you're
yeah?
lying then
This is where the
because you're
problem comes in.
actively.
She's got ahead of herself. There was no issue. She's talking about she's worried about her relationship. Like, there was no issue. He's the one who suggested it. All she
Yeah.
has to do is go with
Go.
him. If he doesn't like it, yeah, they won't go again. He can't blame her for it because he's the one who suggested it.
I guess
She shouldn't let him know she's been there before. She should just go and let whatever's going to happen and go home. Her relationship's not a risk. It's only going to be at risk if you want to get in confession mode and tell him you used to really enjoy whoring.
I have lied in the past. Sorry guys. I have lied, and that was so unprovoked. I have lied in the past to protect someone's ego. When I said I have actually said something to protect his ego because I genuinely didn't know how else to say what it was that was happening.
Yeah.
So I definitely lied, and I don't regret doing that because
Yeah.
I just feel like I think that I don't do that because I used to be mad and volunteered in for the honesty and the truth.
Yeah.
That comes also with its own something that
Yeah.
sometimes I think we're all ill-equipped to handle.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something that can't be changed. Their sex
Yeah.
life right now, is shite. It's in the bin.
Yeah.
For him to suggest going to a place where other people are having sex around them,
Yeah.
they're in a monogamous relationship from what
Yeah.
he said. For him to suggest going to a place where people may be involved or other people is a real drastic shift. But man didn't even say try new, like either they've done that or they're tired or whatever. Sex is such a big part of dating culture and all of that stuff. And I think I hear what you're saying, and it's literally how I was. It really, really was.
Yeah.
But then I realized, that in that honesty, I'm ignoring so many massive factors that affect relationships and the different genders, whatever. I do believe you should be honest with your partner, 100%. I don't think she should go and be like, oh, I've never been here before. But information, volunteering information, unprovoked.
She really should.
What? Like going
Go in there and be like,
no,
wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What Brent said, what Marg said is different from what I'm saying in terms of she knows the reality. She knows her partner. There's inside knowledge she has that if she wants this to be a successful experience, she can activate.
No, but you know what's mad though? What she said in the voice note as well is that this is likely not going to be a great experience. So she's going to pander to his ego. She's gonna hold back herself.
I don't want
because what she said was that she knows she has a strong feeling that he's not going to like it. So when you guys come out of this, your sex life is still going to be shit.
She's jumping. I think she's jumping in front of the horse a little bit.
No, but she knows her man though, so she knows that it's going to be crap. He's not going to enjoy it.
If she knows her
Again,
man,
she's saying she's not going to enjoy seeing me enjoy myself like that. She don't have to go there and enjoy herself like that.
No, I think she should enjoy herself.
She's going there. She's got all the knowledge, all the
She's
information.
protecting his ego.
She's
She
going
can't
there
enjoy
from
herself.
a position of power. She can go there and navigate that night, so there's no problems.
That's all I'm saying is that she can go there and avoid. She's already said it's going to shock him. She's been there before. She can utilize that information to make that a more enjoyable experience for him. The reason why I say that is because I think that feeds into, she could go there by herself and have the best time of her life. She's choosing that she wants this relationship to work. She's saying to us, I'm prioritizing this relationship being better than, so far she's been prioritizing this relationship over her sex life. She's staying in a relationship where her sex life isn't slapping. Yeah. So this is an active move to improve that within the relationship, but the relationship still seems to be her point of interest. I would say go there, warm him up into it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not saying deny yourself your sexual liberation. Narcissist, you're obviously about it, but warm him up into it. They say if it was the vice versa, if it was a guy coaching a girl into this, we would say warm her up into this. He might be active and on it, but we would be like, don't go in there and check that she's comfortable, check that she feels like she knows what's going on. And that's all I'm saying.
But I feel like checking someone's comfortable is different to protecting their ego. Like she's actually having to dumb down or downplay what it is that she wants to do and whatever else because she wants him to not feel away. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting it.
Yeah,
I can't get it.
That's totally fine. I think when we're talking about the reality of human beings and the reality of emotions, there are moments where you prioritize how they feel over you and vice versa. It's not a static state of being. It's not forever.
Yeah, but when it's man.
Yeah, but he's not. What compromise is he doing?
What you say?
It's about compromising on
We
both,
don't know,
on both parties.
but we don't know what compromise he's doing. He could think that he could have suggested this because he thinks that she's whack.
It's not.
Do you know what I mean?
But the way she said it,
it's
though-
not a competition. You know, just because you're compromising at the time doesn't mean you have to be. It's different times, and there's gonna be different points in a relationship where you have to compromise on something and you have to compromise on something. It's not about what's he compromising.
That's fair enough, yeah.
At
But
this
I think
moment in time, it will be better for our relationship for you to compromise on something. And if you don't care, then you don't care. Then just mash your relationship up there and let your man leave you. Then what would you do with him in the first place if you didn't care so much?
And then you get someone that's got good sex.
So
So
you
on the same level as you, and you win.
So it's just all trivial. So you just don't even really care about these people. Then it's just because it's just these people that you're seeing. It's that easy to just do that.
It's not. I'm not saying it's easy to do that, but what I'm saying is that this is a situation that affects both of them. So the voice note, what she said in the voice note, all it is that she's just worried about how he's going to react and how this is, and she has a feeling that he's not going to enjoy it. So this is something that she enjoys.
So what would you suggest she does?
I said that I would say that I've been there before.
Okay.
I've been there before. I might not tell you.
Volunteer this information to make it more techie for them.
Not volunteer the information, but if I go to a restaurant, if I've been to a restaurant, if I'm going to a restaurant with you and you're like, oh, we're at this restaurant, I'm not going to be like, oh, I've never been here before or whatever.
It's not volunteering. Say that.
It's not volunteering information in the way that you would where she cheated and and she goes to tell him out unprovoked, because that is you trying to help your conscience and that would affect that person more. This is a situation where their sex life isn't where they want it to be.
If you had
right, and they're going to do something that's going to help their sex life, I think that both needs to be considered. She shouldn't have to put so much energy into making it a great time for him that she's
the time when
neglecting herself. Her needs.
Sorry, I should let you finish.
If you had, sorry, because I want to understand quickly, just 1 second. Say that if you was like seeing someone had a partner or something like that, and he wanted to arrange to take you out to a restaurant, he was dead excited, and this whole thing behind the restaurant, this is a new place or something. It's only been open a few months. I want to go somewhere we both ain't been before. He got his reservation. He's super excited about it. And then when he got it and you told him, come to find out, you've been there last month with your girls. But he's super excited at the fact that we're going to go and experience this for the first time, new place. Are you going to tell him that I've gone there already? Or are you going to let
Chances are, if he said, oh, there's this new restaurant, blah, 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 oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
It will come up naturally.
That
It's
would
not.
just come out.
No, I'm saying if you knew that information, however he packaged it to you, you knew when he's telling
This is
you
a big deal.
this is a thing for him. I'm asking you that. Would you just say?
I'll tell the truth.
I would say I've been there, and then when we go, but me and your experience is different. Us going on a date there is different to me going with my girls. And then also, I wouldn't go there and be like, order just this. Like, I would want to experience something. I'll make a conscious note to eat something different than what I ate with my girls, just so it's like a new experience together.
No, because for me, I'm saying that stuff like that, that's not like a big deal. That just is what it is. But it's just like, as a person, like, all this, like, being honest all the time ain't all this cracked up to be.
I think it depends on the kind of honesty.
If you was that happy, you securing this reservation and going to this spot and us going there for the first time, it is no problem for me to just pretend like I've been there for the first time. This is for you. This ain't for me.
I don't think it's that.
In that situation,
no, but this is cool. Like, it's all right.
In that situation, are different. Yeah.
No, I just said it just to find out if she would lie at all, just to appease anyone at all. It's not like comparing them. I think
there's probably things that I would.
That's why it was something so lighthearted.
Yeah,
to check if she would do it. You get what I'm trying to say?
There's things that I probably would like, maybe lie about because I know what it means to you. I can't think of anything right now, but that would be like much big thing. I just think when it comes to sex and stuff, like, it's so important for both people to be comfortable. And I think that if it's their sex life is shit, and so she's feeling that it's bad, he's feeling that it's bad, we're going to do this thing. I don't see why I should have to not get myself in the full experience because I'm worrying about you, because then you're going to you might have a good time and
that's
I may not.
From your past. They clearly haven't experienced that together. He doesn't know that side of it.
Yeah, and the thing is though, whatever it is, it's still a new experience as a couple. Whether I tell you I've been here before, whatever, it's still an experience together, a new experience as a couple. So I might explore this. I'm going to explore this differently with you as I have before.
She could tell him and he could be like, oh, that makes me feel much better. But I think the odds are that he's going to feel intimidated.
And that's because we're protecting his ego. And that's
what I'm saying. My thing is, I don't mind when it comes to protecting ego. Because my thing, this is your man. So this is essentially your friend, right? So this is somebody that she cares how he feels. I don't think it's wild for her to... And this lying thing and all of that, I think sometimes these, like, it just creates a bit more of an uglier picture. Let's just look at it in the reality of the day. Babe, today we're gonna go, like, we're gonna go and do this. Are you down? I'm down. I don't even think that, this is what I'm saying. That step doesn't even have to be part of it.
What I'm saying?
We go there, we go to this house, whatever. She's fully aware of the experience. She can make because she wants to do this. She already knows she's gonna enjoy this. she could just be focused on the first time on him having a good time. She already knows she likes this. Because if he's comfortable, this enables them to reach the level she wants in their relationship. I think...
And then if he's not comfortable, then she leaves there not satisfied, and then now they have to go back to the drawing board and do something.
Can I quickly say something? So for me personally, in the time when I was in a relationship where I didn't feel like I was sexually satisfied, and I definitely feel like I couldn't express it to him, and then I was in a relationship that I just wasn't even enjoying, the option is to leave. It's not do or die, do you know what I mean? But what they're doing right now is trying something new. They're trying something new, and she just wants to make sure that he's comfortable with this step. And I think that's all she's doing. I don't know. I don't think it necessarily reflects a bad person.
What's wrong with protecting someone anyway? Because like even like the word ego's always got like negative connotations to it and all that. But like anything, if you go to the extremes of it, can be positive or negative. Having an ego ain't necessarily a negative thing. But if you got a partner you care about, you want to protect them from all sorts of things. Like what is wrong with protecting someone's ego? Why is it so bad?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I just think that
but
way
you said it bare times, like I'm not lying to protect man's ego.
But I'm not though. I'm not, because the way...
What's so bad about protecting someone's ego?
If I have to dim myself down to do that, I'm not doing that. Okay. If I have to put myself down to make you feel better, I'm not doing that.
And you think her focusing on him be like entering this new experience, just feeling comfortable in that new experience. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think it's a lie thing. I think it's we're sharing this experience together. Let's go. I don't think it's I should tell him that I went there once before. When she already is saying she doesn't think that will have a good impact on this experience. This experience could be enjoyable for him, and just knowing that information could make him approach it in a totally different way. But I know that there's something else added, so I don't know if you wanted to respond to what I just said, or if you want to move to this next question.
I think her excitement to go, because it's something that she typically enjoys on a whenever
recreational basis.
Yeah, she enjoys this, something that she really likes and she wants to do. And I think her knowing her man and knowing that the chances of him, there's a higher chance of him not enjoying this and than him enjoying it. But our sex life is still shit. I think that's why I have an issue with her not being able to just appease into what his needs are as opposed to hers. That's why I have an issue.
I think in a relationship there should be a healthy balance of self and us. And I think she's picking in this one first engagement of going to this new experience, she's picking us. And tomorrow she'll pick self. And that's the balance. There's just a different balance.
If she's not picking herself.
What do you mean? She can like herself and also like this relationship. And she can say that today I want to enable to... She's choosing to be part of this relationship. She's saying this relationship is a source of happiness for her, from the sex thing. So she's addressing that. It doesn't need to be like the moment I deny... The things that I'm so about self, but I think in a relationship, and I think because of trauma or whatever, women are very careful to not keep being about us to our detriment. And I completely appreciate that. But in this situation, she's saying, I'm going into... The reason why I'm saying this is because if the genders was twisted the other way, everybody would say, my man, make sure that she feels comfortable. She ain't been there before. Maybe because there isn't the same ego expectations on a woman. Fine, I get that. But there will be an element of caring about how your partner is experiencing this. I don't think that is a denial of self. I think that's her just saying, my man, this is new to him. And I want to make sure that I don't give him information that's going to make him unfairly judge this situation. Do you know what I mean? I want him to experience it. He wants to experience it with me. We're going to do that. If he walks away and says he doesn't like it and she's like, I'm about this, pick self. Find somebody who's on your wavelength. But this is them trying something. I don't think that's weird, but I guess we're just going to agree to disagree, which I hate doing because I feel like it's such a cop-out. But there's an additional question. What would you lie to your partner about? What is a good lie?
I can't think of anything in particular. I just think if it's something that will protect my partner, then I will lie about it.
Okay, and if it's something that...
Protect their what? Feelings?
No, not necessarily their feelings. Depends, like, what it is. Because feelings can be like, maybe there was a death and I'm not going to tell you yet kind of thing. But I think, no, I mean like in terms of protecting their well-being, that can be physical, that can be anything.
Mental?
Yeah. Mental, physically, whatever way.
So you protecting his ego couldn't help his mental health either? It's not?
No. I don't put ego.
You sure no?
I don't put ego. I'm sure no.
Just possibly. I'm just saying.
No, I'm stronger than on this one. I don't think your ego
I'm just saying.
Connected to your well-being.
It's not possible, huh?
I don't think your ego, and I'm thinking of ego in a negative way. I can't.
When people get embarrassed and stuff like that. If your ego gets damaged heavily, it can affect your mental health. That could be embarrassing. It can affect.
Will Smith.
Yeah, perfect example. Like, yeah, it can.
Yeah.
But Esther, I don't disagree with you. I just disagree with you. No, I disagree with you in this instance for sure. I disagree with you in this instance for sure, just because I feel like if it was Sims, I would say what you're saying in terms of, but just because I know the implications, the complications, and her goals in that situation is a better sex life. So I just think this is going to help her achieve that goal.
Yeah, I think I'm just seeing it from a perspective of women stay denying self to please men, and I'm not here for that, whatever capacity that is.
And my experiences agree with that. Like my experiences are like, yeah, no, I'm never going to put myself down and under or dim my light, especially never going to dim my light. But I feel like this is kind of like a way of her coming. This is serving in her. I feel like the way she's articulated it to us, this is serving her. So if he's comfortable, she gets to be with the person she loves and have great sex with the person she loves.
Of course it's self-serving. If her actions benefit a relationship that you like and it matters to you, then it is self-serving. It's not a problem. It's not you bending or doing something for a man. It helps you. It's for what you want, innit?
But it doesn't help her if he doesn't like it. Are we missing that part of the voice note? Where she said that if she had a feeling that he's not going to like it. And so if he doesn't like it,
yeah, but that's her fault, exiting herself up. She's jumping ahead of herself. If he doesn't like it, it's nothing. He's
but she knows
suggested
that, man.
this.
She knows that. Yeah, but he suggested it because he's never done it.
But it's not her problem.
Been there. No, he suggested it. He's never been there. She's been there. She knows what her man is like, and she knows that when he gets there, he's not going to like this. And so they're going to come out of that situation, and her sex life is still going to be crap.
It's not going to be her fault though. She can't get. It's not going to be her.
Okay. It will, because I think if she said to him like, this is something I really enjoy, he will probably be more like, if they went there, and he thinks it's the first time together, and he doesn't know that she's been there, and he's like, do you know what, this is crap, I'm not here for it. Chances are, based on that voice, she'll be like, okay, then that's fine, let's leave. But if he knows that this is something that I've been here before, blah blah whatever, and this is something I actually enjoy, he's probably more likely as well to kind of compromise. Where okay, she likes it, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, she likes it. They might try and meet in a comfortable space. As opposed to her not telling him at all how she enjoys this. And then because he says he doesn't like it, she still carries her bag and she leaves.
But if she's right about knowing that he's not going to like it, she might also be right about knowing how sensitive his ego is. If we can't say she knows her man in one right and not know him in the other right.
No, I know that she knows. That's fair enough. But
I personally feel like that assumption he's not going to like it after he suggested it, I think that, yeah, she might be better placed than me to make that decision, but the bottom line, it hasn't happened yet. And I think all she's trying to do is make a situation where she can put the odds in the favor that he's actually going to like it. If the only thing that's going to stop him from liking it is insecurity that she's already on it and all of that stuff. And you're right. Tiptoeing around people, pussyfooting around people is long. But it's not just with men that... I think we all do it when we care about the consequence of telling somebody something. But I think, you know what, it's good that we have different opinions. There's another question in this. Since these men are on it. You would never... So, Esther, you would never lie to your partner to save a 10-year relationship, hypothetically.
Is this...
Can lying be a good thing or result... Can lying not be a good thing, but result in being in...
I think sometimes lying can result in good, but I think if saving a relationship is this like, I need a scenario, like I've cheated or something.
Telling the truth is not always good. Do you think the country just tells everybody every time the country nearly got destroyed?
No, I know that telling the truth is not always good.
Or a terrorist nearly infiltrated.
But that's what I've just said. I said that sometimes lying can result in good. So telling the truth is not always good, but lying can result in some good. But if it's to protect a save a 10-year relationship, I kind of need an example. If it's that
lying is a necessary evil of society.
I hate
it's the foundations of society.
She's asked for examples. So if it is that you want to convince her, give her a couple of examples.
What I would lie to my partner of 10 years about.
Oh, I can't think on the fly. What's a good
example? Because I'm not here for people. You know when people cheat, and they feel like I have to tell the truth. You're telling the truth because you feel bad. Don't dump that on someone else.
I think that's a narrative that's been pushed. I think everybody deserves to know the reality of what's
that's crazy, you know.
I think you should leave. I would break up with someone.
If what?
I would break up with someone. If I cheated, right, on my partner.
If you decided to cheat, you took it upon yourself to make the decision to cheat, then you're going to decide to leave. No, you're not.
I'm not going to dump that on someone though. If they don't have a clue.
Listen, do you want to unpack the mindset of a cheater? Because
I will tell you.
1 second. 1 second.
I said, let me get in my bag.
Okay, by the way, that's the title of the episode. Unpack the mind of a cheater. That is a title of the episode.
Why would I?
That's how you know we don't relate.
Why would I? 1 second. Why would I, so I've got my relationship here, one that I care, value, and then I make the decision, to leave and stray, I've made it for my choice. I wasn't forced. I chose to go and do this, And then because I made that choice, a conscious decision, I'm going to turn around and say, actually, Let me leave.
Yeah, but the reason why you would cheat and the reason
This
why I would cheat is
person here.
different.
Huh?
Do you feel bad about your cheating? No, you're
No,
taking too
you
long to
don't.
answer. No, you don't.
Wow,
and the
that's
difference is I
crazy.
feel bad. So
But
if I feel bad,
do birds feel bad for singing? I mean, do you get what I'm trying to say? What are we
You're
talking
an
about?
idiot.
Does the wind
How
feel
can you
bad
say-
for blowing?
do birds feel bad for
Does the
singing?
wind feel bad
And
for
that's why I say
blowing?
it's different because you don't feel bad about cheating. I do, which is why I don't think it's fair for me to
But you
dump
both
that
will do-
information on my
But you
partner.
both will do the same thing though. So you wouldn't tell the truth, and you wouldn't tell the truth. Is that
I
what
would
you're both
leave,
saying?
yeah.
See,
So that's a lie that I would tell. That's a lie that I
think-
would
I
keep
think-
with me.
I
I wouldn't.
think everybody
I
has
think
a right to
protecting-
know the
That wouldn't be an
reality.
option.
No,
Because
because
if
you
you're
know
that
what-
sensible
who
enough
does
to
that
make that
help?
decision, you wouldn't
When you
cheat in the
say
first
that-
place. If you're that
and that's
sensible
when-
enough to make that decision, you wouldn't cheat in the
A
first
lapse
place.
in judgment.
Yeah.
We know about that this week.
Esther, that's
Well,
shady.
where is the soundboard?
Lapse in judgment happens. Because my thing is, if you cheat on your partner,
Mhm.
and then you feel bad, they are living their best life. Life is great for them. You feel bad. You going to tell them, who does that help if it's not to help your conscience? Because now what you've done is you've ruined my day. You've ruined my...
It might help my
Ruin my
conscience.
life.
It might help my conscience, whatever. But that's not the point.
That's
the
a
point
selfish
is-
decision. I think.
The point is that everybody should know the reality of their situation. I'm saying this to somebody that if I was being cheated on, I would want to know.
And I'm saying,
I would
yeah,
want
like,
them to. I would want them to tell me, so I have a choice on what I do. Because right now I'm being held against my will.
You're not supposed to
Nah,
have the
mate.
choice.
No, I meant to have the choice. And this narrative, I think, is bullshit. Like I think it's a bullshit narrative that people push out there, so that they can just do fuckery and continue. Like
It's not that because
No,
someone
but
that's
I
doing
left.
something. Someone that's
I
doing
didn't wanna
something
continue.
selfish. Yeah, they're trying
but
to have their
many
cake
people that
and
say that
eat it.
don't do that. Many people that say that are based. It's mugs. It's people at mugs.
Everybody
that
said it's
what-
mugs.
People at mugs.
Your expectations of them are
It's-
too high.
it's
Someone
people
that's
that mark-
cheating on you.
It's
Someone
my
that's
partner,
actively
you're
having
my
their cake and
friend.
eating it. Yeah. Someone that is being selfish and actively having their cake and eating it. Yeah. You've got the expectation of
I don't know
them
how you lot spun
to-
girls on this one.
to come. I'm not telling you it's right. I'm just saying, why do you think that?
I-
I'm not saying it's right or
I
wrong.
think it's
Why
right.
the hell would you have the
I think that you
expectation
feel
of someone
like-
cheating on you
Do you
to
know
come
what
and
cheating
confess
is?
and
Do you know
tell
what
you?
cheating is?
I've been
You
cheated
can
on. I
be-
know exactly what it is.
Uh,
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, but can we address that, please?
Mic
I'm not
drop.
saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying, why would you have that expectation of someone that's actively cheating on
Someone
you?
that
to
is my
come
partner, the
and
father of my
confess?
children, being honest with me.
To make,
Is
if
that
they've-
crazy?
if-
It's not crazy.
it's crazy.
It's
If
not
they've made the
crazy.
decision to
Nah,
go
mate.
and do it, why would they come and tell you?
I don't understand how that reinforces a change, because all we're doing right now is prioritizing hiding it over not doing it. And this is what I'm trying to say. When it comes to cheating, the problem with cheating, in my opinion, is that my jigger, you could just be single. This is a decision you decided to do to be dishonest to me. Like you.
The problem with cheating is that love is not possession. Relationships are a
And so
social
then be in
construct.
your-
You do not
Can I-
own
can I-
us.
can- do you not- can I-
Regardless,
No,
you have
don't-
not married.
I
You have
hate
not. No,
how high and mighty
you have
you're
not.
being,
I'm not
bro.
being high and
You're
mighty.
being high and mighty
You
because
haven't.
there's
Girl,
400.
say if you ain't got a ring on it, you don't own me. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it.
First of all, that's problematic.
First of all,
Huh?
can I
That's
Put
address
a
that?
ring on it. If you
Can I
don't, you
address
don't own me.
this? Can I address this? I don't even like the fact that I'm shouting.
Is what she getting upset?
Yeah, I'm getting annoyed. The reason why I'm getting annoyed is because that is such a high and mighty and gaslighting approach to this situation.
Why?
There are
Say why?
400 situations, yeah, where you can actually do whatever the fuck you want. You can be single, you can be in an open relationship. There's so many situations. That cheating thing is the most selfish thing in the world, because what you're deciding to do is choosing to tell somebody that they're in something when you're in something entirely. Of course, it could just be a lapse of judgment, but I'm talking to someone with Mark's mentality who feels an entitlement to be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. Yes, you can. There's 5,000 different names for relationships like that. You can be in an open relationship. You can be in a polyamorous relationship. You can be there's so many names for it. You decided to be in a monogamous relationship and then do whatever the fuck you want. That is getting into a contract where you said, I'm going to come Monday to Friday and then move out of the country. Like, it's dishonest. You made an agreement where you are being false. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but they have
and
to
I personally
be.
feel like that person
It's
should have
because
the right
we
to
said
leave.
this. We said this the other day. We have to be. It's because there's certain sites you can't go on. Yeah, unless you
So then it's
click
about
the
you.
terms and
That is real
agreements.
selfishness.
You don't
That's-
even. You
but
don't
that's
even.
real selfishness. Not-
Everybody's got
not-
the right to be selfish. You put these barriers up. If we want to relationships, if we want girlfriends, we have to adhere to
Oh,
these
sorry,
certain
we live in a
things.
patriarchal society. You
I'm
lot
just
created
saying.
these
I'm just
structures.
saying.
We just fell into it.
Look, I'm just saying. Men have to adhere to certain things if they want to be in relationships. Yeah. Now, if you can be, now you can turn around and say, if you're not ready to be monogamous and be faithful, then don't get in a relationship.
Or get
But
into a
we're all-
relationship that
we're all
allows
human.
that.
We're all human beings. Everybody
Or
wants
get into a relationship that allows
people
that.
want what they want.
You
They're
don't.
not
You
perfect.
can't find a buff thing that's open with happy with you.
If someone
like,
if someone likes you, yeah,
Yes.
and they really like you, yeah, regardless of what they like, yeah, and you've put things in place, yeah, in order for me to have you, I have to tick these boxes,
Yeah.
yeah. Then it's a choice that I've got to make, innit? and it could be selfish, it could be bad. But if I want you, yeah, you've put these barriers up. If I want you, I'm gonna jump in.
I don't agree to
I
it.
have to have you, and this is what I've got to do.
I feel like that's it. I think that if you can't, don't agree to it.
I didn't agree to this.
Don't agree to the
you came to me. You said I'm gonna hit these markers. I'm gonna tick these boxes, right, to get you. How can you not say that is the source of selfishness? Not telling someone the truth when you cheated. The source of selfishness is getting into something that and pretending is one thing when you knew it was never gonna be that. Once again, I'm not talking about lapse in judgment people.
No, I'm talking about like
career criminals like Mark.
But it's society. Getting something you know it's never gonna be that. You think you're gonna get something you live.
You're gonna get into
they'll never get into nothing because you pretend that you're gonna live happily forever after and it's gonna live forever and you know it's not gonna be that. So don't ever get into a relationship.
Don't act like this is happening to us two people. This is an action that one person is deciding to do to others. And I think this is where we differ. My partner, to me, is my fucking friend. If you had, and this is what I'm saying, this shows the way that you man look at whoever cheats is looking at the other person. If you had a friend, Marks, you have a code of conduct that you have with this friend. You have an expectation that you have from this friend. If they violate that, you would say that's fuckery. I don't understand how that's different with the mother of your children or the person that you spend your every night with. I don't know why this is like. And
I'll be honest with you, I think
you can laugh and you can joke all you like here, but this is real people's feelings. Like, I don't even know if I've ever been cheated on. I've never seen it, but I think that's some fuckery. I have expectations for my friends. I definitely have expectations for my friends.
And I just think it's trivial. I think there's so much more important things in the world going on than that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
there
and
is more important.
I
feel like you're gonna go into
men and women. We can't live with each other. We can't live without each other. Yeah, we are stuck with each other. And I've been saying it all week. We don't know each other. We think we do. We don't. We really don't know each other. All this stuff, yeah, it's not even that deep. It is trivial. All these things that we build up and put on ourselves. It's deep. It's deep because you don't want to make it deep. Because you don't want to make it. You want to make it the be all and end all.
Wait. What is deep in a relationship? I'm sorry, Esther.
Oh yeah. What's more important? Yeah.
What is something that's serious in a relationship? That should have some sort of code of conduct. If
the whole relationship,
if promising each other something and saying you're about something and not doing that is not important,
the whole relationship.
I have to wonder whether they're promising that though, because I feel like if you have this mindset, like I don't think you have to get into a relationship under duress. Like, I know women want relationships, whatever it is.
You're allowed to
but I
build
think
companionship.
Communicate that.
The problem is,
monogamy
is not natural and people don't want to admit it.
And that's okay. Monogamy can be unnatural.
But find someone who thinks the same way.
Oh my gosh.
But find someone who thinks the same way. But I don't think it's fair for you to know that I think monogamy is natural.
Life ain't fair. I said it was selfish.
No, wait. No, but I don't think it's fair for a guy to know. And when I say you, I don't just mean you. Get me? Like, guys, I think
I don't mind.
But I don't think it's fair for you to know what it is that a woman wants from you or desires for the kind of relationship she wants from you, and you have a way different mindset. You don't communicate that, and then when you like cheat or whatever, you're like, well, you know, I'm keeping you here because I want you and I don't want you to go anywhere else. That's toxic.
It's toxic. It's selfish.
Stockholm syndrome. That's keeping
mad.
me under duress. And I feel like where this started from, so we can move to the next topic, unless you have something to say to this. Where this started from was that it's selfish to tell somebody if you're cheating on them. What's really selfish, in my opinion, is getting into something and making a promise to this other person that you supposedly care about. Because you were talking about possession. Wanting someone and doing whatever you like to just get them feels more like a possession thing than being in a mutual relationship where you lot have made agreements to one another. Yeah. Margs, you are a 6 foot seduction, tall guy, do you know what I mean? Perfect skin. If you could get a girl out there who's buff and beautiful, who is okay with you being in an open relationship, that is what you want. Go and get that.
I don't lie.
Can I say though that when
you don't like what?
I said I don't lie to women. I don't need to lie to anybody.
That's good.
That's what, then it's not cheating. What you're doing is just.
I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about in general.
Can I say though, when I say that I wouldn't tell my partner, if I've checked out the relationship, I wouldn't tell her I'll break up with you. But if it's a situation where I want to make it work and blah, 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 then I do agree with you in that I don't think you should be in a situation where you don't know what's the happenings, right? Because in a way, even if I feel guilty or whatever, it's going to affect, I may not realize it, but subconsciously it's going to affect our relationship. So if I'm checked out of a relationship and I'm done anyway, because I know what it took for me to get to the point of cheating on you, I'm going to leave. And I'm not going to tell you it's cheating. I feel like I'm dumping unnecessary emotions on you. I don't think that's fair. But if it's a case where I still want to be with you, I still want to build a life with you, then it is fair for me to tell you what it is I've done, then you can decide what you want to do. Yeah. Brent, what's your question?
Look, shit just happens. I don't like I don't like people
say my name, nigga.
Trying to validate people's love. You get what I'm trying to say? That? So you're moving like, man can't love his gal. Because like I know so many men that love their gal.
No, say what you got to say.
Because you know what? I was going to...
Maybe they don't know what love is.
What I was going to say,
maybe.
And was going to be me going back on myself. As someone who's been cheated on, I don't think that you can genuinely love him from the depths of your soul and cheat on me.
Maybe human
You
people
can,
are
man.
capable of real love.
I think it's impossible.
Maybe that's that.
You can,
Because
man.
you know what it is? Like,
Can you love your boy and
I think
snake?
it's impossible.
Can you love your boy, yeah? And what's something that's bad?
And he snakes you.
And snake. Can your boy love you? Where like, yeah, can your boy really love you and snake you?
Yeah, we're humans, you know. We're all capable
Can
of
your
many
boy
different
love
things.
you and repeatedly snake you? Can your boy love you and snake you and then tell you, my nigga?
Not repeatedly.
We're humans.
We're humans. Can
We're
you do
humans.
that? Would that be love to you?
Not repeatedly, snake you.
Well, I should.
Yeah, but the thing is, the guy is not like,
Should've gone law
if you
school.
cheating one time, lapse in judgment again, fair enough.
That's the thing.
But if
I
you're doing
understand
repeatedly,
grace
you
with
cannot
that,
love
maybe.
me.
But repeatedly, and
You
then
cannot love me.
And then,
That's
It's
simple.
because
you hate me.
But okay, can I
You
add
hate
one
me.
thing? And then Esther, he says to people, well, it would be selfish of me to tell her that I've been cheating on her because that would be selfish of me. Now you want to get code of conduct. Now you want to get away.
Now
with
you got
being,
morals.
Man, nigga, sit down. Or
It's mad.
niggerette, sit down. I'm not.
Not
like,
niggerette.
My thing about you, if you're gonna do bullshit, do it with your chest. This is shocking to me because I feel like Marx is a do it with your chest kind of person. This narrative.
No, but he did say that. No, he
of-
doesn't like to girls though. So
This narrative. No, but the narrative we started on. This narrative of cheating is actually telling the person that you're cheating is an act of selfishness. That to me, and then that gaslighting, that whole gaslighting thing, and that they've sold bare girls on, spins me.
I'm not saying like it's thing. It's not like it's. I just think because it's not like whether it's right or wrong or regardless. That's not even my point. I just think it's something that's been happening from the beginning of time.
It
and
doesn't
it's
make
normal.
it right.
Yeah, but the way
It's
the way
normalised.
people vilify, I just don't think the way you vilify people for it is just. I just think it's
I
not
could
that.
agree with that.
I just think it's not that deep, man.
I could agree.
Boy, not for
I'll
me.
be honest,
Alright,
honestly,
No,
like people in marriages, people that
Men
actually
hate
made
being
the
as a bad
commitment
guy.
in front of God and stuff like that. When you break those kind of trust and those kind of bonds, that's different. But people just in casual relationships and all
What's
this, these
a
are too entitled
Sir.
for me.
Not
These
a
are
casual
two-
I
relationship.
These are
think,
too
do you know
entitled.
why that's fuckeries? Because if and we'll move on.
You say you're too
Do you know-
entitled.
I know it's really giving
Yo,
material
pissing me
girl.
off.
Do you know what? Do you know why that's mad? Because if we made,
me off.
if we started a business and we made, let's say before we had lawyers or whatever, and we made a commitment, we did a handshake, right? And the handshake was that 50-50, right? We didn't we didn't sign anything. People all around the world say sign something, but we didn't sign something. We made a gentleman's agreement, gentlewoman's agreement, gentleperson's agreement. Shook our hands. Some people will be like, people that have big lawyers will look at that and be like, that was dumb. That's not agreement. But it's about the person you are. Like, be about what you say you're about. And what I don't like is that men hold other men to that standard in every other area except from when it comes to women. Please see what that means.
They don't see women as
That's
human beings.
2/3 of a human being. You man are
We're
moving
objects.
like
These are, don't do
that.
don't do that.
No,
stuff.
but
It's
can
not
I-
human
can I-
beings.
can I
What are
say-
you
can I say-
talking
can I
about?
say
Don't
one
do
thing?
that
Can I say
stuff.
one
No
thing?
one said this.
No, but you don't act.
It's not about how you. It's not about if
We're
it's
acting like you're not a human being.
Yes.
How?
What are you talking about?
How?
In every way. We had a whole segment yesterday.
I would tear this blouse
In
right now.
every way.
You don't know you do. The things that, and you know, can I say one thing before we?
You need to go back and
block
listen
you?
to yesterday's episode.
No, don't listen.
Can I
don't
say one
put
thing, yeah?
everything into one bag. Stick it
It's all
to
part of
the
it.
issue at hand.
It's all part of it. I
it's
can't lie
all
to you.
part
It's all
of it.
part of it.
How this universal way of how we regard women, is actually flawed. So anything that feels natural to you, you got to question. The same white people.
It's men. Do you think it's not about women? Go and ask homosexual men what their partners are doing. It's not about women. We're talking about men.
What?
All right. You know what? Go on.
No,
Get yourself.
no, it's not get yourself. See, that's another no. I need you to be engaged, or we can leave this conversation.
I'm engaged. I'm listening to you.
Okay, I personally feel like there is a fundamental way in which how men see. That's why when a guy kisses a guy, he's automatically gay. When a woman kisses a woman, you lot don't see
sexy.
it. Like everything we do is
you want a
watered
threesome?
down, and it's not written in.
One
It's
sec,
not written in pen. It's written in pencil.
Why is that a problem? Wait there. Let's unpack that a bit. What's wrong with that again? What you saying?
I'm saying like it's like
Look
it's
at
like
that. That's the problem. That's the
It's like
problem.
our behavior is not intent. It's like our behavior doesn't hold the same weight. Like if a woman
Yeah.
molests a child in school, it's not that bad because the little boy has more consent ability.
No,
I
and
don't
it's
know
sex.
if it's a word.
Like, why would he complain about getting sex? basically?
Exactly, but then if a man molests a child, wrong is wrong, bad is bad, and I'm not this. And as soon as I say this, everyone's gonna be like, she's on this equal thing. I think everyone can decide how power is distributed in their personal relationships, 100%. But I just think fundamentally, the way that we look at women, it's not about what you lot say, it's about what you do. That tells me how
Yeah.
you see us. And the bottom line is, I feel like this idea of cheating is okay. Like if your boy,
okay.
the idea of what your boy does, you holding men to a certain standard with everything else. If he says he's going to do this in business, if he doesn't do it, he's a fuckery. If he says he's going to do this for his family, he doesn't say it. But if he says he's going to do this for a woman and he doesn't live up to it, it's not
alright.
a villain.
We're not
It's
meant
not
to-
a villain.
we're not
Man,
meant to
nigga,
be,
we literally have feelings. I don't know if you don't mind me called nigga, but I've said it so many times now, so we're here. But I just feel like this differentiation between how we deal with life and this assumption of what this means. I personally think men don't think cheating is that bad. But
They
I
don't.
think that's the problem.
You see
And I
that?
think the reason why you don't think it's that bad is also the problem. Like, so
It's our interactions, the fact that we're opposites and we're all attracted to each other and we're biting at each other all the time. All we got is us. It's always like, so it's like, I think it's just been blown up. It's not.
I don't think
it's
men.
just-
I personally don't think men actually think they're doing a wickedness when they just think, well, my dick is hard. This person's attractive. My girl's never gonna know. I'm not trying to hurt.
Because it's not done in a
thing.
vindictive way.
But what I've learned this week is that intentions are not the point. It's the outcome.
Yeah, it's the
And how come
outcome.
you not care about outcome in every other area of your lives,
Except
except when it comes to women?
women.
It's
Yeah.
not okay.
Because you
and
can
if you want the
decipher if
best for women,
someone's-
and because I'm straight, I like men. I'm attracted to men. If you want a better relationship, you got to stop expecting us to be okay with lesser than. You can't
But you know
keep
what's-
giving me lesser than.
But you know the
and
problem is
expect
that
me
they
to
don't
be
see it
cool
as
with you, my
lesser
G.
than though. They don't see it as lesser
And
than.
that's the problem. I'm
problem.
telling you it's lesser than. I'm telling you that it's lesser than. I want you to care. I want you to stop thinking that you can harm me and be dishonest to me and it's just how boys do. That's not okay. It's not okay.
Well, the problem is that we can have this conversation. I can say what I'm saying and feel how I feel, and still find a good woman to take me and have a relationship.
I know, because we don't have, because we are part
We
of
don't,
the
we don't have a
society.
consensus.
This is what-
Yeah, we don't have a
this is what the
consensus.
problem
We're
is.
like black people. We're the black people of gender.
Yeah, we are.
And men are the white people
We
of
are.
gender. Take that to the bank and check it. All right, let's go to the next segment. Oh, sorry, yeah, Brent.
A few things. So first of all, I think men do understand what is involved and what can result in hurt regarding cheating. Because
Because they be hiding it.
Yeah.
when
But you can't cheat on the mic.
sorry?
Like, go on.
No, sorry, go on.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Brent. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. When women cheat on them, they can't take that. Right?
Exactly.
They remove themselves from the situation immediately.
It's disrespect now.
Yeah. Secondly, you need to understand that Margs is a big draw out. Right? He will sit there calm as ever. He will pitch whatever he wants to pitch.
I can't drink
And
it.
then he would tell you, yeah, I don't lie to women. 100% I don't lie to women. He was arguing from a point of view that he does not even live. You guys were literally getting rattled. And he's sitting there just grinning.
What you're doing right now is giving him way more. The bottom line
No.
is it
Let
wasn't.
me
It's
finish.
not Marks that I'm responding to.
Let me finish.
It's women I'm
it's-
acting for.
Yeah. It's
Just so you know.
That's fine. But he's going to continue doing this. Do you understand? And he will literally pull you guys out of your position and enjoy it. So please keep that in mind going forward.
By week 2,
Well,
we
I
weren't responding to him anymore.
No, but I appreciate that because I feel like that point of view is something I've always had, and Twitter doesn't allow for that many characters, and I don't really like to communicate on certain platforms. So thank you for doing your job. I appreciate you.
I don't. You wound me up.
No, I don't mind. I love a
I
bit.
don't
Of
appreciate
I love a
it.
bit of passion.
No, I was just thinking there, this is going to be fun.
And finally, anything that you want him to understand, just make an analogy with football.
No, that's
And
the
Man
cheat code.
United.
Because that
And
happened.
Man
That worked
United.
yesterday. When I did
Just do that.
yesterday.
And it will hit home straight away.
I don't think it's man. Do you know what? I think there's a celebration of being calm and collected, yeah. But I think passion is actually where it's at, and I like the fact that we had that conversation. Do you want to jump?
But I do
want
wanna say that,
It was a good one.
All the best to the girl who sent Dilemma in. I know
Yeah.
we didn't get a
Oh
consensus.
yeah. But we
But
talking about
if
a
you
lot
want to
more.
do votes, you can go with the 2 out of 3. I'm all right.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do use this. And also, if the sex doesn't improve or whatever, leave, man. Unless it's not a big deal to you, but it seems like it's a big deal to you. But can we jump into our next segment? I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up.
I was like this from when we were having that ego conversation. I just said these people.
I don't know you well enough to read, you know. I just thought you were just like onto the next topic.
Brent, could you tell? Yeah.
As in, what is it? Did you not feel heard?
No. I just felt like, okay. All right.
But this is my point. It's like, this conversation needs to be had whether you agree with what people are
No.
saying or not.
I don't have a problem with people not agreeing with me. That's okay because
No, not agreeing with you. I'm
that's
saying
fine.
whether you agree with what I'm saying.
and that's okay. But I just think that when it comes to certain conversations, do you know, actually it's fine. Sit next to me.
No, run it.
No, run
No,
it.
No, it's fine. I just think that when it comes to certain conversations, I just think that sometimes people are listening, but you're not really hearing. And also as well, there's a way where you can word something that it sounds as if you're saying that you know for a fact or your experience or the other person's experiences does not allow
Like
them
trying
to
to diminish
see.
your experience.
Yeah, like it's that your experiences doesn't allow the other person to get to where you're at in this mindset. That makes sense. So the reason why you think the way it is because I haven't reached there yet.
Yeah,
So
but
it's a bit patronizing.
I can
but-
hear
Did
that.
you feel
but
patronized by me?
Both of you a little bit.
But you gotta understand, yeah, when you're having conversations, you're having debates, you've got opinions. They're genuine opinions. We genuinely feel different about it.
And that's what I mean. I didn't take offense to that. I'm not going to not show up. Okay, I'm not showing up next week because I'm on holiday. But like, I'm not. I wasn't going to. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. I just thought it's in a conversation. I didn't take it personally. Okay, but I just thought interesting.
I'm saying to you, it was not my intention to patronize you.
That's fine.
No. It's important that you don't feel like this is how these conversations go. And I'm just speaking from my experience.
Yeah.
And when you spoke about Chyna, you were speaking from your experience.
Yeah.
And I think experience is something people use in arguments because it helps push their point. But at no point was I trying to patronize you.
I could have been trying to patronize you, but I didn't.
At least you're honest. You don't lie.
No,
I'm honest as well. I
didn't do it on purpose. I got certain techniques I use when I'm arguing and debating. So I like to get people like off their game and out of their skin. So it could have been happening.
I feel like
it's fine. It's cool.
But yeah, no, I wasn't into it.
No, it's fine. I didn't take it. I didn't take it personally. I just thought I can't bother anymore.
Oh, okay. You feel like
I think after a while, like with certain conversations, not that I check out, but I just think, okay, like we're not gonna get anywhere because you believe what you believe. No. I feel like you heard me, but I think there's certain conversations where you literally just have to agree to disagree. Like you feel what you believe, I believe what I believe. We're not gonna get anywhere, and we're not gonna get anywhere. So I just thought, okay, so it wasn't me checking, like me tuning you guys out. Absolutely, that's rude.
That's because
but it's just like I understand
moving
that we think
forward.
differently.
You need to try and look at things like this. When you're having arguments or debates or conversations, whatever you want to call them. You have to say to yourself, right this second now, are we arguing the facts or our opinions? Because if we're arguing our opinions, we'd be here all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to go around in circles and we're probably never going to find a consensus.
Yeah.
Because who's going to change your opinion on something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But if we're arguing the facts, that we can all have to be honest to because they're facts, things that we can prove that are on paper.
Yeah.
Then...
And that was definitely opinion. Yeah.
There you go. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
So you have to check what you're doing before you get into it. Because if we're going to argue
sure.
facts, then we can come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
If we're going to argue opinions, then it's just long.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, do you know what? I was like, okay, like I understand that I accept that we think differently.
Yeah.
Because I knew we're arguing opinions.
There you go.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that was actually beautiful, I think. There's a long future for us. It's wonderful.
Many more of these.
Yeah, no, but
I can't be doing this every Friday. I can't lie to you.
Like, girls, send in some different dilemmas.
We're calling it sick on Fridays.
Okay, cool. What's next? Are we already in this new segment? Or have I announced it? I'm not sure yet.
No,
okay, cool. Let's jump into this new segment. No, we did. Listen, I'm fucked. Oh, I didn't hear what you're saying. All right, then, beautiful people. So Marks, you want to take it over since this is going to be your home?
No.
Well, just to let you know, starting from Monday, we've got a new segment. Has it got a name?
Yes, it's called the new segment.
It's called the new... Listen, this is the name of the segment. It's called the new segment music review.
Is that the best we could do?
Yeah.
No. If you have any suggestions,
please
put in the comments.
Let us know below. But we've got a new segment music review. That's what it's called.
No, like, obviously, Emman has done an amazing job so far. But we gotta rethink this one.
Yeah, don't bother sending any suggestions.
You never know. No, you never know.
I listened to Elliot. We will find a name for it.
This show is unlike any other show. They don't want engagement at all.
No. So how can they don't bother sending? I ain't listened to any of it.
But anyway, look, we're gonna start reviewing music on air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna start just going through all the new music that's coming out, albums, videos, singles, just everything new music.
This is going to be intense as well, you know.
We're going to review it. It's going to be led by me. Going to give my opinions on it.
And we will as well.
Yeah.
Because music is for everyone.
Okay, we haven't started. We haven't even started. What's in the air today?
Can I suggest something as well? Once a month, can we get a non-established artist to send in their music and we review that as well?
I'll consider it.
I don't really have enough. You know, when your alarm went off, you should have gone with it. I'm sick of you today.
Honestly. Oh, God.
But yeah, that's going to be started on Monday. And by then, I should have had time to listen to the Pusha T project. So that's
Pusha.
Probably what we'll be talking about.
Love him.
Anything else that pops up over the weekend.
And I would also be contributing to that. Thank you.
I will be sending my good vibes and vibrations and all that stuff.
Do you not like Pusha T?
I'm not going to be here.
Oh,
I'm going to be chilling with the big boys.
Because it's your best friend, we'll let you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Can my sister sit in? Okay, sorry. The next segment.
Oh, do you have any more energy for the next segment? Because
of course he does. He hasn't expended any energy yet.
You know what it is. When you have to ask what it is, you know what it is.
Oh, here we are. Don't I get music?
So where's the jingle?
This is probably our best episode so far, in my opinion.
I love it.
It was all right. This is my my part of the show. This is done at air. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably gonna be a bit short and a bit. I don't even know how it's gonna be because, done at here goes to the parents or the mother and the people of Logan
Mwangi.
Mwangi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like that's just it. But even when you was talking about the story, I didn't even
so comfortable.
I didn't really. It's stuff like that just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like things I don't understand. You get what I'm trying to say? And when people do things to children, I just don't get it. You get me? It's not even like because say that you got a duty of care to look after kids. Like that's like your flesh and blood as well. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and when you do things to kids, I just think like you're the lowest of the low, and you don't care about yourself. You don't care about your own well-being. You don't care about no one because you're potentially like affecting the future. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, these kids got their whole life ahead of them. Like, you didn't even give them a chance, man. Like, you didn't even give the little man a chance. Like, what could he have possibly done to you to make you want to go and
beat him to that level?
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Idiots.
So for me, it's just horrible. It just really just pissed me off, and it's just horrendous. And just thinking about the things that they done to him, and so it definitely done at them goes to them. But I mean, I don't really know what more to say on it.
Rest in peace, Logan, and let's not give these idiots any more time.
Yeah, that was horrible. Still,
wild.
This show jumps from like mood to mood.
Bro, it's a wave of emotions.
It's a wave of emotions
really
every
is.
single episode. But thanks for doing that because I don't think that's easy to do. Can I just ask a question? Do you like have a selection of people that are up for done out there, and then you just surprise us with who you pick? Or
it's like we go with the production team through E. They'll come with suggestions, and I will pick one. Or if there's something that's happened that I feel passionate about, I can throw it in or whatever. But
you have the cheekiest smile in the world.
Do you know what's funny? Because when he said that, it made me laugh.
Why did he
I'm
smile?
Like, people wouldn't even know when he got access to the doc. Because he was like, yeah, we as a team, we deliberate and we come to an informed decision.
Oh shit!
Log in right now, Marks. Go on.
All right, let's jump into another headline because this person could have potentially made it onto your done out here. So this is Mike Tyson.
He's a runner-up.
No, I wouldn't have done that. Sorry, go on.
No. I don't think you should have because I actually saw the video. So
there's a video.
I see our there's a video.
I only saw a still. Is there a link in there?
I see our producer has put in some important information, but I'm going to approach this from the T level.
Okay.
So, you know what I me shout out to you.
Okay.
Yes, so there's video footage of this white dude that, and I'm just a description, sitting behind Mike Tyson on an airplane, and he is constantly prodding and trying to get Mike Tyson's attention, but really in a very irritating way. It isn't on a I'm a big fan. It's like, yo, is Mike Mike is ignoring for the first 3 engagements that I saw. I don't know if there was more.
Multiple. Wow.
There was multiple, and he was sitting directly behind Mike Tyson, and it was almost like he felt like Mike Tyson, there was a wall of strength between him and Mike where he felt like, or maybe Mike was on television or something like that. And I'm not saying that, fuck it, no disclaimers on this show. So I was watching it, and he looked irritated. It was like cartoon character irritating. Like he looked irritating. There was sound. I didn't pick up on the sound, so maybe we'll play it. But he was just kind of very excited to be in Mike Tyson's presence, but almost it seemed mockingly, right? That's just my take on it. Anyway, at one point, Mike turns over, gets over his seats.
Oh no!
And then starts to wham this guy in.
Starts 2, not just one punch.
Like the speed was that he definitely should become a fighter. So basically, he just he just was going for the guy like this. No, genuinely, guys, the speed was like, and then people were trying to hold back, but you're not really.
You can't hold back, Mike.
Like if I was there, I would have done that. Not Tyrone. Like,
I would have said your full name.
not Tyrone.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, he did do this guy. I don't personally, for me, knowing who Mike Tyson is, I think the guy gave him a light disciplinary action because I feel like how close they were, Mike could have done his dance. The guy had scratches on his head, and everyone said it was very
scratch from punches.
All I saw visually was
skin.
He looked, and he even seemed to look sad. He even seemed to look sad.
Well, the victim,
no, but mockingly sad. So he was doing this like he knew came into a payday. Do you know what I mean? Because the bottom line is, I don't know if Mike Tyson's hands are still registered as lethal weapons.
I think
but I'm assuming that they are. So this could come with a hefty consequence.
You know, in America, was it America?
Yeah, this was on a plane, so it could have been in Australia, it could have been Nigeria.
He was pasting him as well. That's close range.
But can you not see how mocking, like how the guy was like
That's wild.
I'd still think that you should match energy with energy. So if he's being annoying, then you use your Mike Tyson energy and tell him to leave first class or leave. Do you know what I mean? Like, say something.
Do you know who's a hero? The guy next to him just trying to step in.
Yeah.
I can't lie to me. I'll move to that next aisle, you know.
No,
That's
literally.
a bit wild.
So basically, I feel like Mike Tyson should have matched energy with energy and just be like, I'm Mike Tyson, get the fuck out of first class or whatever.
No, that's
For him
mad.
That ain't first class, is it?
No, it's not. But I didn't want to say all of that.
It's business.
But yeah,
That's mad
yeah.
though. That's
That's
the
what you
wild
get.
video.
This nigga's riding coach. Oh no, then again, it could be them chairs look
It's
nice.
like probably like
Oh yeah, no, that's not standard. That's
the
not
local
coach.
flight. It's like a
That's
local flight.
that's not coach. Look at the gaps between them chairs. That's serious.
I don't know. I know it's not EasyJet.
I've been on flights.
But EasyJet sponsor us.
No, I ain't sat on.
That's
chairs
how we're gonna
like
get
that.
Afro Nation. So don't.
I ain't sat on chairs like that. That's Mike Tyson chairs.
That's
So-
mad though. But I just think I think it comes down again to entitlement, where people feel like because you're this person or whatever, you owe it to them to interact with them or take a picture with them or to talk to them. Bro, this is just the only thing is, I'm a human being. My job has just made me famous.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
How
But
can you
people have
punish
this?
me for knowing me?
Yeah, but people have this entitlement where it's like, even like when people come up to celebrities and they're like, oh, she was so horrible to me. You don't know what my day's been. You don't know whether I just got dumped.
Yeah.
You don't know my situation. You don't know whether I just got the worst news. You have no idea, but you see me and you're like, oh, she's such a bitch.
So what are you gonna
Bro.
do when people start like coming to you, like from whatever you're doing? 'Cause you're
Yeah.
phenomenal. How if you're in a bad, if you're in a bad mood,
I
what are you
switch
gonna
it.
say?
Because sometimes I even go out, I'm trying to work on this thing where if I'm not in a place to do something, I don't do it.
Mm.
So I put on a mask and I hate it because I feel like I'm flipping. I'm a
Mm.
jester. I'm an actual jester because
Mm.
I can be in a bad mood, but because it's like a friend's birthday or whatever it is,
You put
I'll firm it and I'll
But
do
isn't
it.
that, this is going to sound crazy, because isn't that a part of life? Like, my mom always
It
said
is.
people
You could-
shouldn't know what's going on, unless they can help you. People
Yeah.
shouldn't know what's going on inside you. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's like an older African person.
Yeah, definitely
maybe,
is.
maybe we should be more on this, I don't know.
We need to be more open. We need to be more vulnerable.
But only
But I
with
think-
people that can help you though.
I guess so, but I think it just depends. It really depends. I think,
Yeah.
but I would because I'm very aware of the fact that people don't have to support you. I personally don't have that what's it called, entitlement mentality.
Yeah.
But I do understand that people are like that.
Mm.
But at the same time, I think boundaries. But also, I will always I'm very grateful for the fact that people support me and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like when people, I'm not always in the best mood in life,
Mm.
but if someone's having a conversation, whatever it
It
is,
actually
I'm
turns me
able
up.
to put my feelings to the side for better good.
For a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you do when people come to you? Pen game, filthy fellas, no behavior.
I'm just nice.
Yeah. But bro, like, when are you?
I'm being serious.
When,
I'm just
no, I'm
nice.
saying, when are you
When-
really off game?
Yeah.
You're usually quite.
Yeah,
You're cool.
Yeah, because it's calm
Gosh,
to
I
just
need to be
say,
like you.
especially I like if people are saying nice things about
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah, it's
It's easy to
But
just-
let's be real, this guy wasn't saying nice things. What are you
Yeah.
not doing if someone comes aggressively to you?
No, go away. Go away.
oh yeah, I'll punch it out.
Okay, go away.
Whatever.
I can't be nice. I'm sorry, I can't be nice to that. The way you approach me really, really matters. And I think also as well, understanding someone's personal space. If you all up my girl, I'm a germaphobe. What are you doing?
Do you know what it is? So
Sharing corona.
Yeah, you guys are. I was going to ask you a
Heck
question,
no.
but I already know the answer.
What is it?
A lot of people that complain about having to do this. So influencers have come out and saying, sometimes I'm just not in a good mood, and then people say I'm rude. You know, some
Yeah.
influencers, they have this reputation of actually not being nice people. So when they
Yeah.
address it, they're like, I just had a terrible day that day. But
Yeah.
that person, the person I was nice to never went to go and tweet about it. But the person that I just said, I can't talk right now, went to go and tweet. So do you ever fear being misunderstood when someone comes to talk to you and stuff like that?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Because I just think that being misunderstood is kind of
Part of life.
it's gonna happen
Mm.
regardless. Like even sometimes family misunderstand me and their
Yeah.
family. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that personally. I just think understand that as much as you might want something, understand that that other person as well that you want something from, they've got their own life and they've got their own
Yeah.
stuff they're dealing with. I mean, I wish I didn't punch him like that. I'm not really for violence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the energy really.
Yeah,
match.
because
But
now,
yeah.
that's the thing. But the thing is, and what's sad is that when you do something to someone, when you antagonize someone,
When you go
cannot,
too far,
you cannot dictate how they should have reacted.
I
You don't
know,
know.
but
'cause
the law
you,
can.
You might, the law can, but you may have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
yeah.
But people won't do that. Do you get what I mean?
Apparently,
Right.
he left
Damn
pictures
shame.
of him bleeding from his forehead to come out. But someone said that he was very drunk. And you can kind of tell because there was no awareness whatsoever.
But that's a payday
So-
for him now.
Is it if he was drunk?
Yeah, they don't care. You shouldn't, whether they're drunk or whatever it is.
I know violence. And violence with Mike Tyson isn't violence, it's a flogging.
Yeah.
It's an absolute.
Beat your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, someone so high profile, and obviously with his history in combat sport and stuff like that, he must be a good payday coming, surely, no?
Defo. Didn't he have a, yeah, Defo, 100%.
Does Mike have Yeah, of course, Mike.
You think if I slip in front of the
Does
Kardashians,
Mike have
I'm
got
not going to
money?
on the floor there?
Yeah, because I heard there's infamous stories.
He's got. I swear he's got
pod.
cannabis company now and stuff like
Oh,
that. I think
okay.
he's back.
He's in his bag.
with the money. Yeah, I think
Okay,
he's got a few businesses and companies that are doing all right. His podcast looks like it's doing all right and these things. So yeah,
All right, sick. Well, let's
he
go.
can afford to pay a few fines.
Boy.
Hopefully they will take into fact that dude was being annoying. But yeah, I don't think you should match verbal with violence. It just yeah, man. Anyway, let's jump into the final bit of the show. Yo, beautiful people. So that is a show we had today, our first Friday episode. How's everyone feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
Money
good.
over here.
Proud of us made it to
We made it through
Week
the
one?
first week.
happy anniversary, guys. On Monday.
Happy
One thing about me, I love a milestone. You guys will learn this about me. I love
No,
a
I love
milestone.
that.
I love an anniversary. Oh, it's my thing.
I love that. Me and Esther even have our own little thing we do when we meet up.
Yeah.
You lot will see it one day.
What, like a handshake?
We'll work on
Nah.
that.
We'll
We'll let you know. You lot will see
More
it.
details will be
More details will be
follow.
revealed. But yo, guys, thank you so much. This was fun. This is
Yeah.
probably my favorite episode so far.
Yeah,
I
this was
feel,
fun.
I feel like we let go. You know when you start a job, yeah, and you're like a little bit on
You're
your
not
good
sure. You're not sure
behaviour.
your colleagues are.
This episode,
Can
we
I
let it
trust
rip.
them?
Do you know we actually had a conversation about how we communicate with each other
Yeah.
on air?
That's growth. That's beautiful.
What other new everyday daily?
Yeah.
What other daily show is there?
We're vulnerable.
There's no other
Each
daily
other.
show.
We love it.
But yeah, no, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you lot had your sound down for some of the segments.
Boy.
But
It's real.
yeah.
And we're all lips in the mic today as well.
My lip touched the mic at one point. I was
Oh,
terrified.
dear.
I was terrified.
You'll
but
get a new lip.
We did got a whole new chin, face, jaw. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in for the first week. Feel free to go back to the previous episodes because there was definitely entertainment there. And where there wasn't entertainment, there was serious conversation.
Yeah.
But remember, this is TDA. This is what we do. And yeah, make sure you lot follow us on all social media platforms for teasers. You know when you're trying to prove to your friend that you're onto something. You
Yeah.
heard a song and you're like, this is it. You got to send them something.
Is that when you're trying to show them your new MCM?
Right. You got to say
Yeah.
the best picture and stuff,
Yep.
innit? So our social will provide the best pieces of
Yep.
content for you to share with your people, them, and you'll be the plug.
You be the plug.
Don't you want to be the 3-prong plug? Come on.
That's the best thing ever.
And then make sure you comment and you share our videos so that we get more coins from the people we should be getting coins from. All right, then.
Period.
Inform listeners. Oh, okay. And make sure just
You're an egg.
I can read. Just so you know, guys, from Monday, from the beginning of May, you'll
Yeah.
be able to watch us live. So if you guys have the spirit to wake up at 8 and enjoy some time with us, make sure you do. But you'd have to join our Patreon. But that's where all the tea is. That's where all the jokes are. That's where all the fun is. That's where the perks are. So they're gonna get the VIP access.
Get it.
So head over for all the wonderful perks you can get, and just to really support us as well. You'll be able to interact with us, ask questions live on live. Oh, you'll be part of TDA.
Basically.
Do you know what I mean? So, and for those who want to inquire about the show or wish to feature, yeah, no matter who you are, you got an interesting story or good personality, we got time for you. Email the team at THEDAYAFTER@THENEWBLXCK.com. Black is spelled BLXCK. We're gonna stop spelling that because you lot should know eventually, but we'll do it for the first couple months. And yeah, that's it, guys. It's been a pleasure.
It has.
I'm sleeping in tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'm getting waved today.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Responsibly.
Responsible drinking.
That's
Always.
it.
Always.
What are you guys doing for this weekend?
Working.
I'm flying out.
Okay, my weekend isn't as lit as you guys. But I'll work on it for the next week. Thank you, production. Let's go.
Yes.